All right.
What up, ADHD gamers?
What up, everybody? You know who we are. Welcome. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while.
It it has. It's been
It's
quite a while,
shit. It's
and
been what, a
we're
month?
having to switch everything up.
Shit. It's been longer. It's had to be about 2 months. Uh, we decided. I told you guys the other day. We decided to go into this transition of doing this stuff so we could do it a little bit easier and maybe make more videos for you guys. Make some single videos as well. Jonathan's gonna make some videos and I'll be making some. Today we have on the podcast a special friend of mine. His name's Adam. Adam, how are you today, sir?
Doing well. How are you?
You look like a wonderful douche. Um, today we'll.
Adam, are you an enthusiast of games, or do you have any special connection to the gaming world?
Gaming world. I grew up in, the '90s, so I remember getting the 64, for Christmas. So before
Fucking
that,
rookie.
yeah, before that, my brother and I had the Super Nintendo, and then kind of just progressing. So as I'm becoming an adult, buying my own stuff, it's turning into more of a passion because it's taught me a lot.
It's a very sweet
You
story.
put a lot more in that than I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a very, very sweet story you have there,
It's
sir.
a great story. It's a tearjerker. I
Welcome,
really cried about
welcome
it.
to the adult world.
Welcome.
Welcome to the adult world. Oh God, Adam's never gonna want to be on this show again.
This is a bad format.
Horrible format. I mean, we've already fucked up on recording this bitch because we couldn't figure shit out.
Yeah.
We were supposed to start 40 minutes ago, and you see where that went.
We've had
So-
what, a month to do research.
Oh
on
my God!
kind of
And
certain
you know what's sad about that part is we actually have done the research. Like,
Yeah.
it's just trying to find out this shit, and there's so many different ways, and trying to find the best way to do this shit. So
ADHD gamer
yeah.
fashion, like ADHD fashion. We download a freaking app, try to use it,
Yep.
but we too ADHD to figure out how to
Yep.
make it work properly.
Switch
so
it to another. So, y'all bear with us while we're trying to go through this aspect. There's gonna be a couple different things we're recording in or trying to do different things. So always remember to like, share, and follow us on Apple Podcasts. For right now, there's gonna be a couple more. I'll probably be adding to iHeart for Android users and other things of that nature, so you guys can listen as well. Even though we like iPhones over here in this arena. But we could be switching soon because of the old Stadia. We don't know.
Dude,
I
that
may-
Google Pixel.
I might be
Ooh.
copping a Pixel. Call it what you want. I don't know because I like my Apple Music.
Yeah.
I like my Apple
Yeah.
Music, and I get it for free because my mommy pays for it.
Oop.
And that's even
Oh.
better. I know it's wonderful, isn't it? My brother made her pay for it. Actually, my brother just kind of set it up and didn't tell her, and then he gave me the code, so we just kind of did our
Nice.
thing. Yeah, we understand
Nice.
each other. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, y'all just stick with us, and we'll make sure to keep it going for you guys. And we're gonna try and do this once again. Quotations. Try and do this shit every couple weeks. That way we can get the best news in. And we're trying to have some guests on. Like today we got Adam on. We'll be having a couple guests on, or it may just be me and Jonathan. All depends. So
If
today,
you
See
really,
how bad I fuck it up.
yeah, we'll see how bad you fuck. I mean, you
Yeah.
fuck up a lot of things in life, buddy. So we'll see. I
Oh.
mean,
look
I'm
at him
wrong.
right now.
yeah, look at
That
it. Look
shit
at
is
your
mouth-
hair. You have a Tom
Look at his
Cruise.
hair.
You have a Tom Cruise look right now.
I mean, he looks good to me. Whatever. He's kind of got the little
It's a
swag
very-
going.
it's a very-
All right.
it's a
Yeah.
very-
If I was gay,
I mean, it is. I mean, it is Pride Month,
Whatever.
so you might like that.
dude, I'm just saying.
I mean, if that's
It
what
I've
you
makes-
want.
I already
it makes
went
my
to
fiance
a
happy,
couple of
so-
different things.
Oh no, I was talking about Jonathan. While you were off mic there, Jonathan was saying
Oh,
that if he
sorry.
was gay, he would have done you.
Oh.
So I
Well,
told him it is
hey,
Pride Month.
hey,
It
I,
is Pride
I,
Month.
went, I already went to the Pulse Memorial and
Huh.
a few other different things. I think I got hit on a couple times.
I
and
was
not upset about it.
I
They
was
were able to
actually when they had the was it second year?
Yeah.
The second year I was working at the hospital when they had that, and they freaking everybody was going crazy about it. There was a bunch of people down there. There was a lot of people on Orange Avenue that day. I've never seen that many people on Orange Avenue in that time frame. I didn't realize how close Pulse actually was to the hospital until I started working at the hospital. I was like, man, y'all didn't have to go far. I mean, that's horrible to say,
Like
but you
across
did.
the street.
But you literally did not have to go far, you know. But anyway, by the way, guys, we really didn't want any of that to happen. We were just we're making jokes about bad things like we normally do here. But anyway,
We're making jokes about it. What the
Are
fuck are
we?
you talking about? I don't think
wasn't really
we've
a
made
joke.
one
That was
joke.
just a
We were having serious commentary
Observation.
about
I mean, I
some
laughed.
terrible thing that happened.
I laughed, but okay.
Oh, you are allowed to laugh at whatever you want to laugh at.
I mean, well, it's America. Okay, anyway, look, let's get this shit
All
started.
right, can we move
So,
on before
this
we
week's
get into
been a-
something that we're going to lose more people? They're just going to start falling away.
We'll lose all 5 people that we have, man.
I know.
We've already
And your
lost.
friend's really going to get pissed off.
He might. All right. So, this week's been a big week. It's been a really big week. Hopefully, it'll be a bigger week next year. Hopefully, y'all will get an ADHD Gamer episode from the area next year. Oh, I've already told. I told the old wife here, Mrs. Quail, that it will happen next year. Hopefully. So E3 happened this week. E3 happened this week, gentlemen. It's a very exciting week. It's a very exciting week in gaming. For all of us. This year a little bit less than normal, in my opinion, but it was rather swell, should I say. Bunch of different stuff happened. Thursday started out with Google Stadia's Connect that they're going to start doing every year for to show off new stuff with Stadia, and ending with the Direct on, was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday. So ending with it on Tuesday, we're gonna go through today and talk about it. Talk about everything that we've seen and discuss a bunch of different just aspects of things and our opinions and if we're ready to play and that kind of stuff. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff that we don't care about, but we will happily discuss for you guys. Like there's some JRPG stuff that I really don't care about, but there's some JRPG stuff that I really do care about. So we'll discuss it all for you guys, and I think we just have. I don't know about you, Jonathan, but I like having separate people on like Adam or anybody that we're going to bring on here. That way it gives a little bit more of a diversity of he may like different stuff than we do. You know,
we're going to look at some people.
Yeah, we're gonna stare at people, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing.
Stare at
So
people. I got a couple people that work from GameStop, and you've got some friends that work in the gaming industry and stuff. So we're gonna have some guests on here for a little bit.
Yeah, Adam, we should have lied and said you work for the gaming industry.
I do.
I didn't lie. Sweet.
Nope, you didn't. I do. I am
fucking great
industry professional.
Oh,
sweet.
Are you a custodial professional?
Custodial. He works at EA Tiburon. He just goes around mopping.
Hey,
mostly.
while you bullshitting, I would actually go mop for EA Tiburon. I bet that guy sees a bunch more shit than we do. That would be awesome. Mopping behind. What you doing?
What you doing? What game you working on? Oh, that one. Oh no.
I'm gonna go leak this. And hey, you wonder who always leaks this shit? It's probably the guy. It's probably the goddamn janitors.
You know what's really going on at EA Tiburon? Is somebody's going, "What you working on?" Oh, Madden 2022. That's a little far off, isn't it?
We're in 2019.
Those
God
things?
damn. They got a little team of 3 people over here working on it.
It's the same game. They just put new people in it. Come on.
All right, gentlemen, let's get started. So, the Google Stadia Connect happened on Thursday, June 6th.
Oh, is that where we're starting?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first thing that happened.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about you guys. I am kind of excited and terrified about the streaming future because of how close we are getting with technology. But at the same time, I mean for the latency aspect, because I don't know how it's going to work for us. People that can tell... You're
really close to technology right now, buddy.
I'm going a little bit dark. So, I mean, I don't know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is I don't know how the latency is going to be. Me and Adam were discussing this in pre-show. I don't really know how latency is going to be. They've a couple people discussed with latency on xCloud, and it's not bad, but which we'll get to that later. But with this, they haven't really shown too much, so that's kind of, I don't know if it's a red flag to me, because they didn't even have anything on the show floor, or they did, but it was not a lot. So I don't know if that's really a red flag to me. I've heard a couple people from other podcasts, like Greg Miller on Kind of Funny Games was talking about how they didn't really, you know how normally developers will invite people or will invite the press to come look at their stuff so they can put it out there.
Yeah.
They were saying they didn't even invite them to come look at this. It was just kind of one of the things where, yeah, hey, come fucking look at this if you want to, or don't fucking look at this. We really don't give a shit. But I guess
might be racing against the clock right now, buddy. I mean, that's an honest.
I mean,
thing. They may have said, "Hey, we're going to put this out here."
I guess also when you're probably top 2 biggest company in the world, top 3, should I say? You know, you don't fucking. You know, well, I say top 3 because Disney's fucking a monopoly now, and then you got fucking Amazon who's just taking over the goddamn century. So, you know, but with them, so, Adam, how are you feeling about this so far?
The Stadia, in my notes I wrote down, Stadia Pro is shit. And that's how I feel about a lot of the streaming services that are coming out for gaming nowadays is... You know, especially for the Stadia, you know, even, you know, for the free, you know, the monthly subscription, you're still getting the lower end of the stuff.
Well,
the 30 frames and all that.
Well, what they said was that, I mean, you get 720p at 10 megs down. But, I mean, if you've got 35 megs down, you can run 4K 60. But my question is today... Who's going to run 4K 60? I mean, yeah, you're going to have your people that have a solid bit of money, or you know, like my little brother's got a 4K monitor, but that was because it was bought for him. Like me, I got a 32-inch 1080p monitor that I'm perfectly fine with gaming in 1080p because I'm used to 8 pixel and 16 pixel shit anyway. So, you know, I don't really give a shit about gaming in 1080p. It ain't nothing but resolution. To me, it doesn't change graphics to me. That's how I am. But now I can tell a difference in, like, Xbox One S and Xbox One X. I can definitely tell a difference in that 4K. It does look prettier. But I am one of those people that... People are different. I'm one of those people that just doesn't need that massive, prettier look. And that's just how... you know...
I'm right there with you. Like the monitor I have is, you know, the cheapest one I could get at Best Buy.
Yeah.
And then my TV, I found it on the side of the road. That I had to pull apart and throw the guts in the oven to reheat it to make it come on. So I mean, for me, it's not really the look of it.
For
it's
some
the
reason, I thought you
play.
Said microwave. I was gonna say, do you still have a microwave after that? I thought it explodes. Say when you put metal in a microwave, it explodes. It explodes.
I'm the opposite because I'm a latency and fucking graphics whore. Like, dude, if
well, you got a 4K.
I want a good monitor.
You got a 4K. You got a couple 4Ks over there at your house.
Yeah, I got 2.
You got 2, yeah.
I guess I got one 4K television, and then I've got, you know, the monitor is 4K or whatever.
That one in the living room's not 4K?
No, that's 1080p.
The one in your room is 4K.
Yeah, let's go 4K.
Okay, because
that was my gift I splurged on myself.
You got a PS4 Pro on that, or is that a PS? You just got a regular PS4. You got a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, I got
okay. I bought this freaking 55-inch Vizio years ago for like $500, and I've never been that person that needs that. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I see some of these. I've already told my wife. One of the next TVs we get is going to be a 4K, but by then 8K will be out. So, I mean, you know, but that's what I'm waiting on is that new, you know, once that new generation of hardware comes out, that lower generation starts dropping. I mean, but we're also seeing 4K starting to drop in price. So you never know. That might be a thing that people start working on. But I mean, with Pro, I don't want to say Stadia. I'm gonna have to disagree. I don't want to say it's shit, Adam, but I'll tell you the price is a lot less than what I thought it was going to be.
I agree with you on that
I will tell you that if I can pay $10 a month, because I've got anybody down here in Florida, if you have the right people, which is normally Spectrum, probably almost 90% of Florida has Spectrum. Or I would say probably 60%.
Spectrum, Frontier, and
Spectrum,
Comcast
Frontier,
are all three.
I'd say
ones that take over.
I'd say AT&T too. AT&T's a big function in Florida too, even though they're shitty, but they're pretty
I never
big.
hear anybody talk about them.
I know they still have people running AT&T, but Frontier, I would say Frontier and Spectrum are your main ones. Comcast more down south, but with all of those, your lowest you're getting is 100 megs down. Like, I'm not sure about you guys, but I mean, I have the low of the low, and we're getting 100 megs down, and But
well, they say I'm getting 100 megs.
yeah. I'm
really,
sorry.
I'm getting
They
like
say
I'm paying for 400, but I'm getting 200.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
big
you're right
money,
here.
big money. Jonathan's wife.
Well, we canceled cable, so
Jonathan's fiance works at Spectrum, and they don't even get 400. But
It's some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Like, what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do? Say, hey guys, yeah, you know that free internet you guys give us?
Can you kick
So
that up?
it sucks ass.
Can you kick that up, please? But no, the well, I mean, what they're saying, even with 35 megs down, you can get 4K 60. So I mean, I would think that it'll be okay. Here's the thing: until any of us can get our hands on it, it's just speculation at this point. Until I say, hey, let me play with Stadia, which we can't do obviously without grabbing the founders, which Jonathan's talked about grabbing it just to see what it's like. Which let's go ahead and talk about Stadia Pro. I mean, what do you get with Stadia Pro? Or actually, let's go ahead and talk about the Founders Edition first. With the Founders Edition, it's $130. You will have first access to Stadia, which it comes out in. Did we discuss it came out in October? Correct? Or have they said it was October?
I thought it was November.
Or was it?
I thought it was November as well.
I think it is November. I believe you're right. So November, you get first access. You get the Chromecast Ultra, which a Chromecast Ultra is about $80 anyway. Then you're getting your Stadia controller, which is about $70. You're already at $150 there. So technically, you're already saving money there. Then you get your 3 months of Stadia Pro, and you get 3 months of Stadia Pro for a friend. So I mean, and you get your first dibs to your name, which I love how they added that in there. So you can get your name. I love how they added that in there because they know people. That's what people want. They want to get their name. So, which honestly, Jonathan, I don't think your shit's gonna be taken, and I don't think mine would be taken. Honestly.
Oh, I know.
Adam, your shit wouldn't be taken. But... You know, I mean, unless you have like that super like name in there, that's whatever. I don't think it'll be taken. But I mean, you got that. So. With the Founders Edition, I honestly think that $130 deal is a good deal. And it's still cheaper than getting a console. And a brand new console. Because, I mean, we're already looking at Scarlett and, PS5 rumors being $400 for their low model. Which is...
This is really, like, they are just... This is good for them.
Yeah, it
because
really
this is a marketing ploy, You're not paying for a console, which in the long run will be cheaper if you just bought a console. However, if they're doing this for 3 to 5, 10 years or whatever, and you're paying $10 a month, it's stacking up.
I wouldn't even say
that price, but it's not that bad per
right.
se.
I wouldn't even say it's cheaper buying a console. I mean, if you buy this for $130, okay. I mean, you got to remember, they said this was going to be free next year to the rest of us that don't want to buy the Founders Edition. Yeah. So, I have an Xbox One controller here at the house. Which I have my phone. I'm talking about getting a Pixel 3. If I'm really interested in it, if I do this on my phone and it works perfectly fine, or, if I run it on my tablet, it runs fine, and I go get a Pixel 3, then that's what I would do. I mean, you still have to buy, the games for it. Which they've announced Rockstar was going to be a dev now. So, I mean, with that, they're adding more devs, and Google's got their own people. They added a couple people to their little Google game shit, whatever they wanted, whatever they fucking called it. I forgot what they called it at GDC. Their development company they're making, their game development company they're making. I forgot who they announced for it, but they announced some big names in there. But they showed a bunch of games. I mean, they showed they're going to have fighting games, which if they're showing fighting games, like I think they showed.
What did you do? That sounds like an abortion.
Oh, sounds like it's talking out of a toaster.
It did.
Better
now?
There we go.
Better.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to cut that. No, I'm not cutting that shit. I'm gonna leave it. You know what? Just to show how fucked up we are. So anyway, back to where we're going. They're showing fighting games like Mortal Kombat 11, and they showed that shitty ass Power Rangers game they had, the Battle for the Grid game. So I mean, if they're showing that they're gonna have these fighting games, which you obviously, I don't know if you guys have ever watched these people play it like Evo and stuff.
You can't have lag on those.
You can't. You have to have the good latency. You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, there will
always be, if you have latency, there's always going to be one person who's going to be fucking everybody up.
Yep.
And usually it's best connection or host.
I mean,
and so
what that reminds me of is if two of us are playing a fighting game with, let's say we're playing MK11, and I lag out and Adam kicks the shit out of me because I lag out. It was almost like a lag switch back in the day all over again. You remember those lovely things. So, I mean, having those, having that sucks, especially because it's definitely not the, I'm going to say this won't be your preferred way to game. Me and Jonathan had a conversation about where do you see Google in your top 3 out of the top 3 main ones a couple shows back. And mine was at number 2. And actually, no, I believe mine was at number 3. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm going to still stick with that because this, like, obviously your preferred ways are always going to be the consoles where you can get your, you're going to get Xbox and you're going to get your PS4 or your Switch even, which, I mean, people underrate Switch so much. I mean, the Switch is so underrated, which don't get me wrong, shit doesn't look wonderful on it. But at the same time, people can put shit portable. I'm okay with you cutting down shit. Like them talking about how they bringing The Witcher 3 on a Switch and running it at 540p, and that's how they got it to run on there. That to me, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? At least it fucking runs. It's mobile. I can take it. I've never played The Witcher 3. I've always wanted to. I can take it. That's the cool thing about that. And
speaking of Nintendo, I felt like they did a really good conference.
We'll discuss that in a little bit, sir.
Well, listen, I'm just saying. I feel like they did a good conference.
I think they won the day.
Like they did a really. I wouldn't go that far.
I do. They won the show.
I feel like they did a really good job, and there were several games that I never thought about before that I was like, man, I'm gonna play that.
I do.
Play that like Luigi's Mansion. That looked fucking badass. I heard my kids running around all day, all weekend. Oh my gosh, John, did you see, Luigi's Mansion? Did you see blah, blah, blah? No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Thanks. Appreciate you. Can you stop it?
We'll talk about it in a little while, but I honestly think that they won the show. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I mean, they showed a couple games on this. I mean, if y'all didn't see the things they showed MK11, they showed the Power Rangers fighting game. They showed Breakpoint, they showed Division 2, Borderlands 3, Darksiders Genesis, which I don't know if y'all see Darksiders Genesis, but Darksiders Genesis is that new from THQ Nordic that's supposed to be in the Darksiders realm of games, but it's a Diablo type. It actually doesn't look bad, but I heard it plays horrible. I'll probably try it out, give it a try. Guilt is a game from Tequila Works. Tequila Works is also making, Jonathan, you remember we talked about this, the Groundhog Day VR game?
Oh, yeah.
Tequila Works is made. They're the ones making that. It's going to be an adventure puzzle type. And then Get Packed, which I don't know if y'all seen that. Get Packed is like a freaking co-op over-the-type physics game where fucking people are just getting ran over by cars and shit while they're fucking... I don't know. It looks like an Overcooked type. I don't know if y'all have played Overcooked. Me and my wife played that a lot. It looks like an Overcooked type.
One.
Which one did I miss?
You missed one. Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh, I did miss one, and I can't believe I missed that.
D&D goodness, my friend. Baldur's Gate is so good.
I never really honestly got into the whole D&D feature, but Baldur's Gate was one of my main things of my childhood I loved. Mainly Dark Alliance. Dark Alliance and Dark Alliance 2 on the Xbox were two of my favorite games to play when I was a child. I would actually say PS2 because that's where we played it at. But
this is the beginning of that trailer when he's drops his sword, and just like this very intense moment with all these bodies laying everywhere, and this guy just transforms, and I forget the name of the creature, but it's very iconic in D&D, and you're just like, damn, that looks fucking good.
I think my favorite part of Baldur's Gate 3 being don't get me wrong, it's being made, and I love that, but I like the fact that Larian's doing it because Larian makes Divinity and Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, which I haven't played, but a lot of my friends play, and they love it. Adam, do you have...
My favorite thing of Baldur's Gate 3, let's wait for my chance to jump in there, they're doing a tabletop prequel to it.
I've seen that.
Are they?
You actually, yes. So I love doing D&D, tabletop. So actually being able to do something...
You and I.
Being able to do something tabletop that's going to transition into the video game is going to be awesome because, when you tabletop, you live that character and then you get to live it in a different way because then you're controlling it virtually instead of just imaginatively.
You fuckers,
Well,
you
I mean,
fuckers
does
really
that
need
kill it a little
to.
bit?
You fuckers really need to let me play or get me to play one time. I've been
No,
wanting
I'll
to.
finish my table, dude.
I've been
working
I
my
mean,
table.
I swear to God, D&D is always something I've always wanted to play just one time. I've never been able to, and I've wanted to forever. I mean, but this also goes back to the fact of Jonathan bought fucking Armada years ago at fucking what was con?
Listen, that was
What
the
was
best
the
deal I
actually
made the
speaking
entire
of that
time.
speaking of that when ask Courtney when the last time she went to a convention is. That's the last time Adam bought fucking because she was with us. That's the last time. 2015, I think it was. That
Was it
sounds
that
about right.
long ago
That
that I
sounds
got
about right.
Legion?
That sounds about right.
And we still have never played it.
That
Yeah.
sounds about fucking right there. Because I remember her saying, "Yeah, let me know. I want to play it too." And I remember saying that. I was like, "Fuck, man, I really want to play this game." And we've talked about it for years, and we never fucking do it. And it's still sitting behind. It's probably in your fucking living room, not open.
It is. No, I opened it to look at what was inside. But, you know, that's...
Yeah.
Dude, I've been getting into playing games a little bit more, but every time we talk about doing something, you're just
It
like,
just-
all right, yeah, let's do it. And then we never talk about it.
We're
like,
an adult. It's the
we
adult.
set a day
It's
like
the
in
adult.
3 weeks.
It's the
On
adult
the
thing.
weekend, we're going to do it.
It's the adult thing, man. And I also try and remember about my wife is not big into the same nerdy shit that I am. So I try but I got to also remember that, I mean, Sam's not in the same nerdy shit, you know, you are at times. There's some stuff she is, but some other stuff
Sam
she's not.
likes actually playing the games. Like we just started playing Letters for Whitechapel, and that's a fun ass game. But you know, I think she'd play if I let her. You know, she'd get into the rules and stuff.
I think Kirsten would too if we sat down and actually tried to do it. And
I know a lot of people who played D&D who start out playing D. They don't play video games. They don't play anything else.
Right,
They
it's
just
straight D&D.
really enjoy that.
well,
because
you
it's
got
not
some
that hard.
you got some 60 and 70 and 70 year old motherfuckers that's all they did back in the day. You know, they didn't have the game and shit like we do, like we grew up with. So them motherfuckers, that's all they did back in the day was fucking play that shit, you know? So
They had to read a 500-page book on how to fucking do the rules.
The
Whereas
only
we've
thing-
got this damn app that we can just go off of.
the only thing I don't think I could ever fucking do, like DMing just seems so fucking like out there.
It's very
like
intensive.
Yeah, it seems like you have to be in it more than the actual people playing the game because you're
And
the
that's
one
a special
planning.
kind of
problem
person.
happens in
Yeah.
D&D.
You're the one planning, you know, and I don't think I could do that, but I definitely want to play. Like, I think we should do this, and I've said this 27 times, and of course, like you said, we never fucking talk about it again. But I mean, we really do need to. We need to start doing more stuff, and
D&D is you definitely need more than 2 people to play, you know, 3 people.
Yeah.
So Adam, man, like we can plan a date and
ooh,
we'll get
a date.
everybody make some characters and stuff, and we'll fucking sit down. I'll complete that
Go
table I've
lower.
been working on
You want to
with
complete
the,
my
with
table?
the TV screen in it. Wow,
Uh,
wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
well-
work on your wood, buddy. Don't worry.
Ooh, I like your
Yeah.
style. It's been a while since my wood's been worked on. Adam, welcome to the married life soon, buddy. So Jonathan's been there once already.
2020,
Jonathan's been there once already.
not single 2020. Like
Oh,
he's running for a presidential candidate.
I'm
or
gonna
something.
hashtag the shit out of that at your wedding. Uh,
Well, Crystal has decided that my hashtag is hashtag Team Adam because I'm
Oh.
just so awesome.
oh, cool.
So,
Yeah, you're
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, the voice.
I like you better
Good
than
job.
I like you better than Courtney if it makes you feel better, buddy.
oh, thank you.
I like you better than all the other exes, if that makes you
Yeah.
feel any better.
Well, fun fact for the viewers.
Besides me. Besides me.
He's dating Courtney, or he's
Yeah,
engaged
Courtney.
to Courteny?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's engaged to
cool.
Courtney. That
so
one.
I'm engaged to Courtney.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is this
cool.
is
That
this
makes
Courtney's.
sense.
This
I know
is
you people out there may not know who the fuck we're talking about, but
This,
still,
yeah,
I do.
Yeah, you do. This is Courtney's fiance, the one that went with us to the convention. This is Courtney's fiance.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
The one with the big, yeah.
Yeah, she's walking around doing her
Big jangly
yeah,
ass with
yeah. That's Courtney. That's fucking Courtney. But anyway, Courtney was very hyper at that show. This is what he's talking about. You know how hyper she is. Anyway, we're getting on this thing. She'll fucking feel thankful for
Dude.
talking about this, but
Every time you
She'll
think
get pissed
you
off.
mention her, every time you've ever mentioned her, I just automatically pop up in my head of just her walking to the convention center, and she's just like,
excited
You know,
as shit.
well, you know.
Excited as shit. But the bad part about it is that's just how she is all the time. Like that's really how she is. So anyway, we're getting off fucking topic. Anyway, so we discussed
I
how
kept leaning over to you like, Did she like take
Buddy,
some fucking energy drinks or what's going on?
I was gonna say we're online. You can't lean over to me anymore.
I can't help it. I'm like, hey.
So they also, they discussed that Stadia is gonna be free for everyone next year when we start. But they also discussed that Stadia Pro is gonna be $10 a month. Now I don't know about you guys, but I honestly thought this was gonna be up in the $30 to $35 range.
I don't understand why. What's the service get you?
I kind of do. It's going to get you a selection of games which they haven't announced yet. I'm going to guess it's not going to get you any of the big shit. Like, you're not going to play MK11
Is
Day
it going to
1.
be like Sony's, like, Play and...
You're going to
Xbox
play a bunch of
Pass
the older shit. You know, it's going to be like Game Pass, but not Game Pass. You're going to play a bunch of the older games that have been out for a while and that are easier to port to streaming and that can stream easier because they're not going to have a lot of latency. Like, you're going to get those, but you're not going to get, like, I'm really surprised they teamed up with Bungie and you're getting Destiny 2 and all of its stuff day one, like with Stadia Pro. I'm very surprised. And you can bring your character over from your PlayStation or Xbox character, which I'm really surprised with that. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't know about y'all. I mean, of course they're gonna do the discounts thing to where, you know how you get exclusive discounts with Xbox Live and you get exclusive discounts with PS Plus. Like I said, I don't know about y'all, but $10 a month sounds okay. Like, if I wanted to go in there and try something for $10 and be like, I'll try this once and see how it is. But you can also do it for free, you know, because once again, this Stadia Pro stuff it's $10 a month. And if they have a bunch of games, let's say they have a bunch of games in there you want to play, and you're like, I'll try this for $10, you know, because $10, what are you gonna lose? You're gonna lose $10. That's it. But I mean, if you want to do the free thing, you can do the free thing and just buy, you know, a random game. But like I said, I expect the price to be up there. I mean,
well, it's $10 now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's understandable to me because they're competing hardcore with, you know, Microsoft and all these other people.
Especially Microsoft's got xCloud coming out. So which
I think we should move into that after this and skip over come back to EA Play. Just because of the Xbox,
we'll get into this. We'll get into this.
Well, just like it leads into it, you know, like
right.
The xCloud project is like exactly almost the same thing.
Well, yeah,
you know?
I was just going in order by date because they went by date. They didn't lead into things, Jonathan.
Well, what do you want, flow, or do you want?
No, I don't really.
No,
once
you
again,
want to do what you want to do.
Yeah, because it's 80 fucking HD.
No.
Yes.
We'll do this whole fucking thing just like you want to do it.
Thank you. I've been waiting for you to say that since the day I fucking said I wanted to do this. Thank you. Anyway, since he's talked enough, Adam, how do you feel? Did you feel like the price point was going to be
The price was
here?
Okay. Like I thought it would be more expensive because it was Google and this new technology. I figured they were going to start high and then kind of bring it down if they didn't get the response.
That's what I figured.
But just honestly, I'll try it once because that's just how I am with a lot of things. I'll try it once, but I don't expect it to do much for me.
Right.
Because I have my home consoles and then I have my Switch for whenever I leave the house. So I don't really see a need for something to stream.
I really expect to go into this with what's that saying they say? Go in disappointed so you're never disappointed coming out. You know, I'm going to go in... I'm pretty sure that's not the saying, but it's what I say.
It's not.
It's not. Well, what is it there, 80-year-old bastard?
I know
Okay.
that's not it.
Up high.
There you go. There it is. Keep your hopes down low so they never go to, or whatever the fuck it is. Anyway.
Don't get your hopes up. How about that?
There we go. Don't get your hopes up. Anyway, I'm going to walk into it very disappointed already. That way, hoping maybe they'll impress me.
I don't know, man.
I'm going to try.
It's Google. They're going to do good. Maybe. They haven't really put out a lot of shit products, but they have some.
What
they bombed bad.
Yeah, and what we said, well, I mean, just like we talked about in the pre-show, is Google has a problem with shutting services down. So here's my problem. What happens if I get real big into this, or one of you guys get real big into this and buys 200 games? You got 200 games in a library. Google decides 3 years from now, you know what, guys? Yeah, we're not feeling this. Let's shut it down. They shut it down.
And I'm way more, to be honest with you, I wish Xbox, the new Xbox service was going to come out closer to that time. And
it is. It's in October. It's dropping in October, yeah.
But they didn't give anything.
They didn't.
They didn't give anything.
That's because
fucking bullshit.
That's because you don't pay attention to news.
Xbox a lot more
than
I trust Google. I'm sorry, I'm about to get fucking angry,
like I do.
Tizzy.
So it's because you don't pay attention to news like I do. Now I'm just playing. They dropped it a couple days, like second or third day of E3, the actual show floor, that it's going to be an October release. I mean, it's going to be an October release, and like I said, I think I'm worried about the fact of if I buy a couple games in here, or if I buy 200 games, once, like I said, they shut Google Plus down, which Google Plus was a piece of shit anyway. But they shut Google Plus down. They've been known to shut stuff down. But if there's 2 companies in this world that can do this whole streaming process right now, technically 3, it's Google, Amazon, and fucking Microsoft. Those are the 3 main companies that are going to do this shit. Sony can't even do this shit because Sony's working off of Microsoft streaming tech.
My God, you're getting so excited about it now too.
I am, dude. Dude.
And Sony.
I like the fact of what just happened a couple weeks ago with Sony and Microsoft signing that memorandum of understanding of, okay, Google's coming out doing this shit, okay? We've been the console people. We've been the gaming people. We can't let this fucking shitty tech well, not shitty, but we can't let this fucking tech company come in and fuck us because we are the people of this. And they come by and, they even said that the PlayStation people, not because this happened higher ups to Sony. PlayStation people didn't even fucking know it. They were just like, what the living fuck just happened? And then, so they thought something else was going on. But, all it is, I mean, Sony's just using their Azure streaming tech. And so Sony can't even do this. You're looking at 3 companies. But the problem is I'm worried about the Google dropping thing. Because like I said, I've seen they do that multiple times. But,
well, as Microsoft fanboys, you and I, we both put a little bit more trust into Xbox than we do anything else.
I mean, honestly, I would have put more trust into Sony doing this shit. I mean, if they had the data centers, I would put more trust in them because they do know gaming. I mean, they make good shit.
Microsoft's a bigger company.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Full circle.
Definitely.
Full circle.
Definitely.
So those data centers aren't really a problem for them, I don't think.
I actually think Microsoft's got more data centers than Google does. I actually think
I'm sure of that.
I actually think a report came out and said they have more. It's not much more. It's by maybe 100 or so, but it's still more.
100's 100, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 2 is 2. Yeah. So. All right, Jonathan.
I love you so much.
Jonathan, Adam, you guys got anything to add on this before we move on?
Nah. I think
no.
Are you guys? Well, I guess we'll end it. Are you guys gonna? I mean, Jonathan, I know you said you're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a try. Adam, you said you're gonna give it a try just to see what it does.
I'll give it a try, but nothing.
Yeah, I'm not holding my hopes up too high either, man. But I mean, it is exciting. The streaming future is exciting. Last thing I'll say on it. We were sitting here watching Netflix last night. We were watching I Am Mother, which is a really good goddamn movie on Netflix. You should watch it, by the way. But anyway, we were watching that, and it started buffering, and I looked at Kirsten, and I was like, this is the reason why everybody's fucking worried about game streaming right here. And it just said, and like I said, there's no kids are home. Nobody's streaming anything. It's me and her sitting on the couch watching this movie, and it started buffering. I'm like, this is the reason why everybody's worried about shit. We are literally doing nothing. We are sitting here on the couch. Nobody's using bandwidth. It's just me and you. We're not even on our phones. So this is why. So hopefully we'll see. So
for me, I have my Xbox set up to do the auto updates. So even when it's off, it will update. So there's times that there are things in the background using bandwidth. And like I said, we canceled cable, so everyone just streams. So like Netflix, Fire Stick, Amazon, whatever. So there'll be times that like Courtney will be sitting here, streaming her stuff. Granny's in the living room doing her stuff. So I'm here trying to play a game, and it just will not stop lagging out on me. Mm-hmm. So that's another reason why I'm just not super thrilled for a streaming service right now. I'm not in a position to where my internet's stable enough to handle that.
And more bandwidth. I don't think the speeds are high enough. Like, I mean, even with you saying you got 400 down, I mean, with having all that, and you've got two people in there streaming at the same time, and you're still lagging out. Like I mean, streaming stuff takes up a lot more than you think. I mean, my kids are both watching, Nickelodeon Plus or whatever in their rooms. My oldest is always watching Netflix, so they're both streaming on two different TVs. My wife's always watching something, and then if I'm in here playing, I get definitely get noticeable lag on a 100 meg down connection. I mean, it's and the bad part about it is 100 meg down connection just came out a couple years ago, and it was the thing. Like, you needed that, like you wanted that. When Spectrum was still Bright House, you wanted that. And now it's just, that's the lowest of the low now, which is sad because it's not. Because if you go somewhere in the Midwest, like my buddy in Missouri don't get a lot. Like they probably get 40 megs down, 35 megs down, if that. And so you got to think about it. If we're getting 100 and I get, or supposedly getting 100 and I get 80, then he's probably not even pulling 35. He's got to be pulling 20 or 25.
Oh, there's people in Georgia and Tennessee and stuff like that, Alabama. They're all getting like 20 gigs per, Like, I mean, what the fuck?
I just don't think we're in it as a world. I don't think the speeds are high enough. I mean, you got to think about the other countries too. I mean, somewhere like fucking South Africa, where you're probably not running any kind of good connections over there. But
I'm more thinking of when I first started playing certain big game titles, and I couldn't load the fucking game or whatever because there's 100 people trying to log into UB or whatever. It's what the fuck. So,
all right, we ran a little bit long on this, so we'll move on. Move on. Well, let's go ahead and let's go into. There's not much in the EA play, so we're gonna go into EA play. There's not much. So
there's a big one.
There is a big one. There is a big one. We'll get into that. So EA, if y'all don't know, the EA dropped out of the conference this year, which makes obvious sense to do. They really only have their normal sports shit. They did have a big announcement of Jedi Fallen Order not too far back. They showed off only a few games this year. They showed off Jedi Fallen Order, Apex Legends Season 2, Battlefield 5 Chapter 5, FIFA 20 in their release date, Madden 20 in its release date, and they showed off Sims 4, and they also showed off 3 indie games from their developers. With Jedi Fallen Order, we seen the first gameplay. We had already seen the trailer a while back, but we had seen the gameplay, and it's made by Respawn. We got a November 15th release date on it. What do you guys think? I can tell you I was super excited. I think the gameplay looked great. They actually just came out with a story today saying that Jedi Fallen Order on Xbox One, on PS4 will have no load times whatsoever. That was a story that came out today. I forgot where, and I'll have to plug that. But
I think I saw the same thing.
It's going to have no load times at all, which is lovely. I think it's more going to be more of an exploration. It kind of reminded me of Uncharted mixed with Dark Souls, because the combat kind of had a Dark Souls feel to it, kind of the way the rolling and kind of the way things were going on. I'm super excited.
Epic. Could be a very long one.
Yeah, and I'm super excited for it. And what I liked about it is they said it's canon. So if you see something in Jedi Fallen Order,
just look at the trailer. Look at the interactions. It's definitely canon.
They got Saw
Forrest Whitaker is reprising his role from.
They got Saw Gerrera in there.
And Clone Wars. So it's all interconnected, and that's great to see.
I love that, because you don't get to see too many. Like, normally they just make shit up, like the Jedi Fallen Order, or not Jedi Fallen Order, bro. What was the one that came out? Jedi Unleashed, Force Unleashed. They have Force Unleashed, and that wasn't canon at all. So they get things like that, and like the 2 games of this world that should have been fucking canon are not canon, and it's and which they're making something for it now, which is 2 that were on Xbox. You know what I'm talking about. And I can't think about the goddamn name. The two that were on Xbox that were massively large. They were 2 RPGs, and they were probably the best RPGs of that generation.
You're talking about Knights of the Old
Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2. So you got KOTOR and KOTOR 2, which should have been canon, and they're kind of, but kind of not. But I mean, this
kind of has that feel to me. Is the KOTOR, like, just the epicness of KOTOR? It's just a very long, big game, and that's immediately what I thought of. And especially the character interactions between the droid and the main character.
The droid's like a puppy.
It doesn't has that good guy feel to it. It's not like Force Awakens or Force Unleashed and all these other games. They just have a different theme than what you think of when you think of Star Wars. And this is going to be very true to, the Luke and R2 kind of thing. Like, he's just a nice guy, he may be a little, not even rough around the edges, but he's a little just this kind of person who's just a goody two shoes, who's got this little guy. Yeah, and I'm just slicing people up, fucking killing them. Who cares?
He seemed a little green in my opinion in the trailer. Like the guy was like, "We need your lightsaber." He was like, "Ooh, my lightsaber."
Yeah,
but that's how Luke.
That's
but
the
Luke
only
was
way
like
you can
that.
do it either.
Yeah,
and
when
that's
you're,
what I mean by it's like Luke.
But when you're a Jedi, you kind of have to be. You're the good individual. You're the guy that's there for the people. You're there to help. And I mean, they couldn't have got a better company to do this shit. I mean, you got a top company you got Respawn doing this shit. I mean, Respawn's already got 2 big ass games. They've already done the biggest game of this year in fucking Titanfall, which Titanfall was so underrated. I mean, I love Titanfall. I never played Titanfall 2 campaign until now, and I just beat it, and oh my god, I loved it. And you know, it's that those games are so underrated, and I just love the fact they have Respawn doing this, and I'm ready for it because it looked great. The story looked great. It looked like where it was going. As a Star Wars fan, I'm happy. You know, and I'll say this, and I'm sure you two will as well, and I'm sure everybody else will. It's about goddamn time, EA. You know, because you've had this license for 6 to 7 to 8 years now. Battlefront, I was okay with. What I was not okay with Battlefront, I enjoyed it. What I was not okay with Battlefront was what everybody else was not okay with Battlefront and the goddamn loot boxes. You know, I was okay with it. You know, Battlefront was not bad to me. The only thing I hated was that bullshit there. And, I mean, I played a shitload of it.
I did, but I got repetitive after.
Exactly. What we needed,
short time.
We needed a single-player Star Wars game. Yeah. And Amy Hennig was making, which Amy Hennig is she was the creative director on the Uncharted games, and so she was making a Star Wars game, and they cut hers. EA cut hers, and now this comes out, and this looks very Uncharted-like. So it's like, I don't think you cut that. To me, what it said, I was like, oh, I think you took that from her and put it in Respawn. And if that's what you did, that's cool. You know, I don't care. That's fine because I'm excited. You know, I mean, I can tell you guys talking about it are probably excited as well. But like I said, it's about goddamn time, and they had to. You're ending the license. The license is up either this year or next year. Disney's gonna find somebody else. There's no, you know.
Oh no, certainly.
If
they don't do something crazy right now,
LucasArts is coming back. LucasArts is coming back.
Yeah.
So,
dude, that looks so good.
They're done.
I was so excited about hearing that.
I'm very excited. LucasArts coming. They need to bring Lucasfilm back. Lucasfilm needs to come back. You know, and it's time. It's time. That's you know, EA, you've had your chance. You've made some shitty Star Wars games, and you know, hopefully this will end you in a good way to say, hey, you know what? We learned, we fucked up. I'm sorry. You know.
Well, with Episode 9 coming out, you know, that and then the license running out for EA, I feel like a lot of things are going to start growing again in the next, you know, 2 to 3 years because everything's going back to where it's supposed to. You know, Marvel's now got back all their main heroes. You know, Disney has all their stuff back now. So I feel like a lot of things will kind of not really go back to what we know and love, but go back and start growing from that.
Right.
So
I can agree. It'll open it up. Yeah. I can agree with that.
And the way it's supposed to be. Right. And the way it's supposed to be. Absolutely.
So we got November 15th on that. Pre-orders are up, and I believe you have EA Access. You can get it for cheaper. So I think we got it for $52, I believe. Pre-orders are already in, so I'm excited. November 15th, me and my daughter will be sitting here chilling, fucking playing. Because I'll have my baby by that point. She'll be here in a month. So,
oh, yeah, you're totally going to do that. You're going to be holding the baby like this.
I don't think you understand this shit that I've went through, and I fucking will.
I will.
Did you never see pictures of me and Ashton when we were fucking gaming, son? He sat right here, and I fed him like this while I was fucking doing this bullshit. So, I will fucking do it. All right, so moving on. You guys, well, Jonathan, I know you do. I do. Adam, you play any Apex Legends?
Nope. I absolutely hate the Battle Royale games, and that was because I got so big into...
I'm with you.
PUBG, thank you. Yeah. And
we got PUBG.
Kind of good with it. And then all of Fortnite, and now Apex, and then it's just so hard for me to transition over. You know, Fortnite's got the building aspect. I downloaded Apex and never even played it. You know, I feel like if you're not good at the game, you automatically hate it. So
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at with that.
I understand that.
In the
It's a
beginning,
hard game.
in the beginning, it's definitely hard. It's a learning curve. Like me and Jonathan discussed this at length when it came out. It's a learning curve, and it's a very hard thing to, because when you get that first kill, it's like, it's
feel
about
so
fucking
good
time.
about it.
Yes, thank you. You know,
I made an achievement today.
and I actually think there is an achievement on Xbox. Get a kill in Apex Legends.
You got a kill.
You know, I think there is.
Congratulations.
So, they got season 2 coming out, which season 1 we bought the pass. So Adam, you obviously can't speak about this one, but we bought the pass and it was underwhelming. I mean,
lackluster.
Don't get me wrong, I got it for a rather cheap price, but it was underwhelming to say the least. It was very hard to level. You didn't
Mike, we paid like what, $2 for the whole thing?
I think it was like $2. Yeah, because we got it off of.
I mean,
what did we get? What did we get from GameFlip? Get it from GameFlip.
GameFlip.
It was it's a very, oh man, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it was just underwhelming because they didn't have the skins that they needed. They gave you a bunch of those little fucking fillers. What were they? The trackers, the stat trackers, and
stuff.
The
Yeah,
stat
trackers
and shit.
all sorts of stuff. There was like camo. It was very woodlandly look.
Yeah, it just
you
didn't.
know,
Yeah, none of that stuff.
it was
got
good
me.
for fighting.
Yeah,
like, and not being seen. But other than that, it was done.
I mean, they showed a bunch of season 2 shit out, and so they showed that season 2 it'll be starting July 2nd. It will be challenge based, which is new. So that'll be good because a lot of people discussed that and they wanted that, kind of like Fortnite was. Fortnite was challenge based and they still are challenge based. A lot of people still run that. I can tell a lot of people are not playing Apex like they were. I think a lot of people dropped off after season 1 because if you go on Twitch and look, I mean, your Twitch viewers are very low on Apex compared to Fortnite still rocking a fresh 110, 120,000.
Well, they recently released the more competitive stuff, and I've noticed a lot more people hopping on.
That's good. So, I mean, I hate to see.
I think they're going to keep it going.
I think Apex brought a whole. I'm not a big battle royale fan. But I do.
I'm not, but that's a fun ass.
They've
game.
done very
Once
well.
You figure out the mechanics.
I mean, if you hate battle royale, you have to admit they've done a lot of good things with this game. I mean, they did the ping process. They're the ones that invented that. They've done good things with this, and so in this we'll get a new legend, Watson, which she was an electricity type female. I guess she was she looked like a little Russian girl, and I guess her dad was the one that built the arena, as was her backstory. So it was kind of cool backstory. We're gonna get a new gun, the L-Star, which L-Star was a big thing in Titanfall. So the L-Star will be fun to play. I may get on and play this, especially if we can catch it for a fresh $2 again. You're gonna get a Mozambique buff, which is sweet.
Ooh.
It's gonna
Hey, I got my first kill on a Mozambique the other day.
Man, that goddamn Mozambique. Adam, so do you know anything about the Mozambique?
No, I have no idea.
It's a shotgun about yay big and it's handheld, and you can't kill a goddamn soul with that bitch. But
sure as shit can.
You can.
Listen,
but
they set it up where
God,
you have to do a headshot and 2 shots to the chest with it, and it will cause a kill.
Try doing that
shit. Way you can do it.
Try doing that shit, moving around and playing with a controller on motherfuckers playing with a mouse and keyboard. Yeah. And then did you notice there was a dragon tease at the end of it? There was a tease of a dragon that they didn't say much of. So I wonder where that's going to go.
A lot of this stuff in the games.
They are. I noticed that, which is cool because that's what Fortnite does. Fortnite does a bunch of fucking teases. As much as I hate that goddamn game, that is
pretty innovative.
You can't go through this generation without talking about Fortnite. Like, I hate to say this, and people will disagree, and it's unpopular opinion. Fortnite is a top 5 game of the generation to me because of how many people it brings in, because of the pop culture that is around that game. Them making toys, Funko Pops, all this good stuff because of how many kids play it. And if that's what it takes to bring kids into gaming, that's awesome. To, bring people together. I mean, it sounds very gay talking about this, but that's what we want as gamers. We all want to be together and play the game. I mean, we need more gamers in the world. We don't, that way we don't look bad. So I mean, that's what we're here for.
We need more.
We do. I mean, we don't have a lot.
Listen, Fortnite does a lot of these crazy things that you're talking about. They just destroyed.
They
had that Marshmello concert.
Yes.
I don't know who the fuck Marshmello is.
That was fucking awesome.
I mean,
that was fucking awesome.
Kids love it. I hear them all talking about it.
My brother sent me a Snapchat of that Marshmello concert, and that was fucking cool because You're never gonna get. What if you never get to go see him in concert? You just got to see him in Fortnite.
Why can't my what's it called, Rainbow Six Siege have a concert for me for like old Hard Rock or something? You know,
that would be awesome.
Godsmack concert.
Oh God, that would be awesome, dude. I would call out of work. What are you doing? I'm going to a concert on my Xbox today.
You don't have to worry. You got the Google Pixel, and you can just watch it on Stadia.
Watch it while I'm driving. No, I'm not doing that.
Helpful.
Stericycle, I promise you, I don't do that. So we'll move on to Battlefield 5. I haven't done much in Battlefield 5. How about you guys? No, not much.
Whenever my cousin's on it, I'll jump on.
Yeah, that's about how I am. The new maps look cool. They put Iwo Jima in there, and I was super excited. The only thing I was excited about this, my favorite gun of all time in real life and anything, is the M1 Garand. M1 Garand is my favorite thing in the world. And I think the only reason I love it is because when you reload that ching, when that ching comes out, boy, I love that shit. That ching. Oh, okay. Well, you can hear it from far away. Oh God, we're frozen. Oh God. No. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut this.
It's frozen.
Oh, okay. Are we back?
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I didn't get the picture.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to cut that.
Listen,
I don't know how to cut.
Your mouth is just like, no, don't, because it's great. It's your mouth that's just.
I see. And here, okay. So now we're getting not to go back into this streaming thing, but there's nobody in my house. I'm the only one here, and I got a poor connection right now on 100 megs down on a tower that's connected, wired. So what does that tell you? You know, and you know, so not to go back into that, but there's that. So anyway, back into this. So you have Battlefield 5. I don't think they announced a release date on that. FIFA 20. None of us are probably big into FIFA. FIFA will be out September 27th for you guys that love FIFA. Madden 20. Madden's one of my favorites. I played pro when I was younger, so I love it. This was actually, now that I can talk about this was something that I went and play tested. Y'all heard me talk about playtesting a couple weeks ago. I can now finally talk about this bullshit without fucking getting sued by a company that would massively kill me. August 2nd, it'll be out. We got Face of the Franchise, which means you'll be going and being a college player, which I think was cool. They brought that back. This was the thing I was telling you about, Jonathan, the X Factor abilities. They put some RPG elements and some passive and active traits into a sports game, which I thought was really cool. You'll also get some run-pass option plays coming, which is pretty awesome for us that know what that is. Moving on, Sims 4, for all of you Sims-loving motherfuckers out there. My wife. You're getting my wife. You're getting an island living expansion. You'll be getting some mermaids, volcanoes, boats, swimming, fishing, jet skis, and it'll be out June 21st on the PC. And July 16th on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Not gonna lie to you, I have not played a Sims game since SimCity for the original PC way back in the 89, 91.
I played like Sims 3, and I bought my wife Sims 4. She plays a shitload of that. So the only
I was always a Roller Coaster Tycoon fan.
Yes, loved it. Boy. Those are good. I remember building some of the biggest fucking roller coasters I could, trying to kill people. I remember
that had no ending.
Yes, you could kill people. You know, that was the cool thing about the old Roller Coaster Tycoon is you could kill people. Which it sounds really horrible, but you could kill people.
Video recently that had like this guy created this. It said the place of death, and he put at the front entrance one of those things that says "Do not enter." So when they come in, they don't leave because the do not enter sign, and they walk onto this thing, and when they get on a roller coaster, when they get off, they fall into a pit. And he had like 100,000 of these little characters in there, and he let some water up and just watched them all drown. And then he tried to get one to like jump off a cliff. It was fucking great.
Super dark.
It was super sadistic. But it was hilarious. It's like, oh, I would have done that.
I just closed the park after that. But they had now the newer roller coasters, because they came out with a newer Roller Coaster Tycoon type game, and you can't do anything with that. Like, you can't do that same shit.
Yeah, but they have the original on the phone, on my iPhone, and I can do that.
See, I can't mobile like that, man. I can't do that. I don't know. There's something. It's
Mobile is no different to me than playing PC games in '92.
True.
Know.
Yeah, I guess that makes some. Besides, there was no touch screens in '92. You had a monitor that weighed 75 pounds.
It would have made the game so much cooler.
It would have. They announced 3 new indie games, which is really weird. Normally EA does their EA what's it called? Fuck. Whatever their indie program is, they have 3 indie studios. They do their indie programs. I forgot what it's called. They normally do it during the show. For some reason, they did this after. I don't really understand why. They had Zoink Games, which made Faye. They're going to make a game called Lost in Random. It'll be an action strategy game. Glowmade are making a co-op RPG called Rust Heart and Haze Light. Haze Light is a... have y'all played the game A Way Out? It's a co-op game.
Yeah. We played it together.
No, did we?
It
No.
sounds familiar.
You've probably seen it. It's on Xbox. Me and my buddy Jason.
No, we played A Way Out 2.
No, A Way Out 2's never been out. A Way Out is me and Jason played A Way Out together. No, we did not play that one, Jonathan. I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the one where we were in the dungeon. I know which one you're talking about. That's
that really weird thing.
Yeah, and we beat it in like an hour, and I don't know how the fuck we did it. But anyway, they have an unannounced game too, which is probably gonna be co-op based, most likely. A Way Out was super cool. It's super cool to play with your friends. It's one of those games to where, I mean, spoiler, basically, it's that game to where, that type to where you and a friend come together and then at the end you fight each other, basically. Super cool. All right, so now we get to move on to the big press conference that I was excited about, that I didn't get excited about by the end.
You are such a bitch about it, man.
No, I'm not. It's not being a bitch. It's being real. It's being an opinionated.
I think it was a good game, a good conference.
Nobody said it wasn't a good conference.
Strong
Nobody
games,
said it wasn't
really
a good conference.
Game.
I think it was a great conference, but I think they fucked up. I think it was a great, because there's no fucking reason you should not have shown bigger shit there when you have no goddamn competition here whatsoever. None. Where the fuck is Sony at?
Actually, that's a pretty good idea for them not to do like
no,
let's go.
It's perfect. It's perfect. No, it's not. It's fucking...
Yeah.
This is where you show Scarlet.
I'm have to disagree.
I'm gonna side with Jonathan on here because you don't have competition.
No.
You can give them like the littlest nuggets and be like, "Yeah,
Nah.
good enough. No one else is gonna come."
Nah, because I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. February's gonna come around. PS5 is gonna showcase. They're gonna be out there. I'm gonna tell you, they've already announced the shit. It's gonna be out there in February, just like PS4 was. This will come out. Watch. I'll bet you any amount of money we see Scarlet before E3 next year. We'll see Scarlet in March or April, like we did with the Xbox One. Xbox One.
Many things coming up. Like Microsoft has their own conferences and things that they do. You know what I mean?
They have like the what's it called? Xbox. Whatever it is, the weekly, the weekly show they do.
Right, but they do a yearly thing, and I can't think of what the name of it is right
it's,
now.
It's It's got something to do with X. I know it does. And
you know what I'm
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they show off. They show off more trailers of stuff that's coming out. Like I said, I think it was a great conference. They showed off a lot of stuff that I'm really excited to see. I just don't think they talked enough about xCloud. They were expecting people to come to especially since this is their big streaming platform, they expected people to come to their booth to see it. But obviously, we're at home. We can't come to your booth. We would love you to talk about it. And if the journalists can't talk about the stuff they see, then we don't know about it at home. That's how I found out about it. I found out about the price. It's going to be free. Well, xCloud's not going to be free, but xCloud's going to be the stuff that they were doing. They showed, I was telling Adam in the pre-show, what did I tell you, Adam? They showed Hellblade, they showed Forza, and they showed Halo 5, was they were doing it playing on a phone. And I was telling Adam they were doing it, Greg Miller was actually doing it from Kind of Funny Games. He was saying they did it in a big arena where they had the conference at. So you got a bunch of people around there. They're on a data connection, no Wi-Fi, and there was noticeable latency, but that's with 100,000 people around you, on data. There's always going to be noticeable latency with that shit. But he said it wasn't horrible. And for a racing game like Forza was the main thing it was noticeable in. But then you got into Hellblade, which I'm not sure if you played Hellblade. You know what we're talking about when we say Hellblade?
Senua's Sacrifice.
Senua's Sacrifice. Amazing game. It's on Game Pass. It's probably a top 10 game of all time for me. The story is beautiful. It's lovely. It's psychotic. It's definitely
that's my favorite part about
yes,
it.
I loved it, dude. And did you
Yeah.
watch? Did you happen to watch the documentary that was inside the game?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, there's a documentary in the game, dude. You got to watch about how it was made and why they decided to do it like that. And it's based off of real people. They went and seen real people that deal with this daily, and that's how they got their inspiration. And oh my God, it's lovely. I don't
Adam, the schizophrenic is basically the character.
There you go.
It's like a old Norse or whatever, the Viking style. You know, she's playing against ancient demons. And
she's trying to find her, trying to find her boyfriend that died. Trying to find her boyfriend that died. If I suggest if you play it with a headset on, because if you play it through the TV, you won't. You're gonna if you play it with your headset, you'll be able to hear certain voices in your right ear, certain voices in your left ear, certain voices in your right ear. So it's super fucking awesome.
They're telling you what to do,
Yes,
or telling
dude.
you that you're terrible or bad person, or you're not going to be able to do this.
And I think the thing I think I love most about Norse games back in the day is that the stories, like when God of War, like when Fenrir was telling you when you get in the boat and he would tell you some of those stories, like those old stories. I love hearing that shit. That shit's awesome. And I think it's Fenrir again that's in this that's in this game, and he's telling you stories, and it's awesome, man. I'm telling you, very good game, very well recommended. Go play it. It's called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It's from Ninja Theory. Came out 2017, I think, 2016.
Yeah, worth buy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's worth going to pay $1 for Game Pass Ultimate right now and going to play it.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely worth doing that. Because it's only like a 9-hour game.
Mike, to kind of circle back, I agree with you on the xCloud thing. Like, there definitely should have been more, and that's my only complaint about the conference is they should have given me a real xCloud, idea of what it's going to be like and all that other shit.
I mean, I think the thing I was mainly mad about, like besides the xCloud thing, like I was glad they talked about it because they needed to, because it's already been leaked. It's time.
Yeah.
The thing I was mad the most about the Scarlet thing was, I don't know if y'all seen, but in the up and coming to E3, they were showing the Xbox videos, the trailers or whatever. They had Scarlet in the RGB numbers in the back of the trailer, and this guy found it, and they gave him like a month of fucking Xbox Live or something. But like they led up to it, and all they're gonna do is discuss it and talk with developers on it. Like, I feel like at that point, no, you shouldn't show hardware. You should not show what's in the box. No, you shouldn't, because obviously stuff changes every year. New hardware comes out. And if you're not going to release till holiday 2020 anyway, which is when they say it's supposed to be released, which we'll go ahead and talk about it. Halo Infinite's dropping as a launch title with it. But with them releasing in 2020, so they still have a couple months until, some new hardware could come out and they could put it in there. But I feel like at least a design for the box.
Can I ask you guys some question real quick about the Scarlet?
Yeah. No, you can't.
Too bad. So the 360 was on the shelf for 11 years. It's from I might be wrong on that, but I think it was about 11 years.
It was about 8. It was about 8 or 9. It was about 8 or 9.
2006 to 2000.
Oh, you talking about them selling
16.
it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We were like 10 to 11 years.
Yeah, we were 7 to 8 years between generations. So yes,
right.
You're right.
So now we're getting to that point to where it's starting to get towards the end of the Xbox One, because they're transitioning to the Scarlet, but it's only been on the shelf for 5 years now?
2014.
Is it time for a brand new console, or is it time for just
this is what we don't know about it, though, is we don't know exactly how it's going to work. What if it works actually in conjunction with the Xbox One X? We don't know.
They're saying that it's going to be backwards compatible
with everything,
with the One and the 360, and then all that kind of stuff.
Well, the thing is,
so it sounds like this is the next gen along with the PS5.
They're supposed to be making cross-gen games, so Halo Infinite will drop as a launch title for the Scarlet, but they're also making an Xbox One version. It's just going to look shittier, but which to be honest won't look shittier, because it's going to be Xbox One graphics, which are still perfectly fucking fine with me. I don't know about y'all, but still perfectly fucking fine.
They did that when they dropped the One, because there were certain games like
certain games had to drop.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was on both with the 360 and the One.
Well, I mean, these people got to understand that there's certain people like me or like you or like all of us that have lives, and we don't have $400 or $500 to go drop on a brand new console day one. So yeah, they have for 2 to 3 years. They said there will not be any exclusive Scarlet games. That's what they said. They did an interview with IGN. They said there will be no exclusive games on Scarlet for at least 2 to 3 years because of the. But the bad part about it is when you think about that, think about how many games are going to come out in 2 to 3 years. Not really a crap load. So you're looking maybe 15, 20 big AAA games, and so, okay, yeah, we're going to get those, but then after that, that's when they start dropping that price with Scarlet, and that's probably when I'm going to buy one. I don't know if I'm getting one day one yet. I probably will, but I don't know yet, because I remember getting my Xbox One day one, and remember how many goddamn bugs I dealt with. So, I mean, they do this all the time, and Windows does it too with Windows XP. I remember Windows Vista being super shitty, and then in the end of it, when Windows 7 started coming out, it was Windows 7, Windows XP was fucking beautiful because they fixed everything in the end. Windows XP did the same shit. They fixed everything in the end. Xbox 360, everything was beautiful in the end. And now Xbox One, everything's kind of still fine. Their dashboard's still super shitty, but everything's been running better. And now we're in, but like back to Adam's thing, do we need another console? To be honest, in my opinion, no, we don't. We don't.
I got 2 points about that.
We don't.
This is why I see the move, because
it's
people
business.
are obviously not even that. People are going to PC a lot more. You know what I mean? And they need to innovate. And if we go 11 years without a fucking console and technology's getting better and better and better, what do you got to do every 5 years with your PC? You got to update it. You got to get something else, upgrade your hardware, something. And so I've always been a little bit of a proponent of the next console coming a little earlier than 11 years or 8 years, just because of that, because technology just ends up getting surpassed. But the other point is, that people are going over to PC, and they need to keep their base.
Well, right. I mean, I've thought about
doing that with the Game Pass and stuff.
I mean, I agree. I can agree with that because I've thought about it. I mean, I've still got a 1060 in my PC. I mean, so I mean, it's definitely time for me to fucking upgrade. But I mean, it's.
I have a 620. So it's way past.
Yeah, it's way past time for you, buddy. I mean, you're still fucking with Fred's Market. You need to be up in Denny's at this point.
Fred's Market.
So no, but
it's for all the people that aren't from the South. It's Fred's Market's just some shitty buffet.
It's a goddamn Southern thing, people. Anyway, yeah, but I mean, it's definitely time. I mean, I know it's time, and the thing is, like, I thought about it, dude. I was talking to my wife. Do I want to spend $400 or $500 on a console plus games, which I was really happy they did say all accessories will be backwards compatible. I was really happy because there was no way they could announce that Xbox Elite, the Elite 2 controller, and not make that backwards compatible, especially when you got a year until drop of this console. There's no fucking way, So I'm really happy they did that with the accessories. But I mean, it's like I'm saying, do I want to go, by the time that comes out, the GTX 20 series of cards will be at a $200 or $300 price tag, and they've got ray tracing and all that good stuff too. So, and then maybe I go get a new processor for $200-$300. Right then, I'm at the same point I'm at with the console, and as we've discussed before, Jonathan, gaming is cheaper on PC. Games are always cheaper. So, and because there's easier ways for you to buy them. So, is that a thing I do? I don't know. It is, maybe. But the problem is I just don't have a lot of friends that have PC and PC game. If I want to play with my friends, it's always, you're the only one I've got, and I'm sorry, you ain't shit to me. But anyway.
You're a dick. You're a dick.
I'm just kidding. What? You don't play with me.
The coolest friend. Well,
you don't play with me.
Be on in a good hour.
I'm always on.
You're always on?
Be a fucking.
When I'm on, you're at work.
Be a goddamn adult and stay up late. Be a goddamn adult.
Stop going to bed at 10:30 at night.
You should.
And stay up till like 4 in the morning.
You should.
You get home.
You're a fucking vagina.
You should, asshole.
Actually, no. I get home at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah. Still, I have to get up at 5:45. So fuck off.
Cry me a fucking river. Smallest violin. Play smallest violin for you.
I don't have to cry about it. I cry every day when I make that drive.
I'm sure you do. I would too, actually. But I mean, I don't really know if it's time. I don't know how the technology is going to change much. All I can say is whatever you've done you just released Xbox One X 2 years ago. Okay, so literally like 2 years ago last week. So whatever you're doing, how much of technology really changed in 2 years? It really hasn't changed a shitload. Like, technically, Xbox One X can run 8K. technically. Now, it barely runs 4K, but technically it can run 8K. That's what they're talking about, but who's going to carry a goddamn 8K TV? Like, 8K TVs are fucking, they're out right now, but they're like 12, 13,000, just like 4K TVs were when they came out. So who's gonna have that right now, you know? I mean, yeah, you're gonna have LeBron or some big fucking celebrity's gonna have them, but normal people like us aren't gonna have them, you know? And I, like I said, I'm gonna play my Xbox One until, I mean, I've done learned getting older. I'm not selling any more of my consoles because I fucked myself with that in life, and I've had to go rebuy all my shit. But having that, I will continue to buy my games on my Xbox One X. I may decide to pull a fucking rat out of my ass and go buy a new one next year. I might. I don't know. But the problem is, if I get one, I got to get the other because I want a PS5 too, because I know they're going to drop some goddamn shit next year at E3. Sony will be back at E3 next year. And next year when they're back, because by that time they'll be a month or 2 months out from PS5 range, and they're going to have some amazing exclusives at that point.
I feel like Sony's going to steal the show next year.
I mean, they always do. I mean, you look at it.
They're not showing up this year, like, and then coming next year with the release of the PS5. It's going to be blowing everybody out of the water.
Right. And I mean, look at this Microsoft conference, okay? Y'all tell me this, okay? Look at this Microsoft conference, look at Bethesda's conference, look at Ubi's conference. There's a bunch of shit in here we've seen. It was just new trailers, right? There's a bunch of shit, new trailers, right? I feel like Sony's seen that. They were like, you know what? We're going to show the same shit that we've shown for many years, and our fans are going to be like, what the fuck did y'all even come here for? You know, they were smart. You know, at first we were like, man, were they smart for dropping out of this? And now I look at it and I'm like, you know what? They were really fucking smart for dropping out of it this year. Like,
well, they spend millions of dollars going to this conference when other people are going to be playing their exact same games. They don't have hardware announcements, so what's the fucking point?
Yep. And I feel like that's, and E3's just going downhill anyway. There's been a bunch of shit the last couple of years of them selling out to a different, which they need to. I don't know if you heard, but the people that own the rights to PAX East and PAX West, they are going, and PAX South and all that. So all the Penny Arcade exhibits, they're supposed to be trying to buy E3, and if they buy E3, they're gonna make it. I think they'll make it better.
That would be interesting, actually.
I guess from what all the people are saying in the industry is that it's been shitty ever since they opened it to the public, because now all the public have just, once you open
they
things,
can fuck off with that shit.
I understand what you're saying.
Originally to the public.
No, it wasn't. E3 was not originally to the public. E3 has always been in the press. E3 has always been to the press.
No, it wasn't until Xbox 360 came out that they took out the availability for you to purchase a ticket to go.
Correct.
And
but
trust me, I know, because that year I wanted to go, and they had just announced that it was no longer allowed for the public, and I was pissed the fuck off because I had saved my money. I was going to get a hotel room. I was going to do this shit, and then I just got that.
That's also when this new company bought them. That's what I'm saying. E3 has always been a press-only people since this new company bought them, is what I'm saying. And
in
general, correct. So if this new company buys them, which I forget their name, I honestly don't think they're going to. We may not be able to go next year. It all depends. But we may. I don't know. But anyway, back to this.
A buyout like that's going to take a lot longer.
Oh yeah. It'll probably be 3, 4, 5 years. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we'll go into their stuff and we'll talk more about it. So have y'all heard anything about the Outer Worlds?
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
made by Obsidian, Fallout New Vegas people, original creators of Fallout, which they
excited for this.
They make sure people.
You are excited for them, Adam?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Obsidian makes sure that people know that they are the original goddamn creators of Fallout.
Oh yeah.
I love their trailers. It's like, from the original creators of Fallout. I'm like, oh, you bitches are throwing shots. Y'all are throwing shots.
I was actually listening to
October 25th
podcast about how they got the thing, how Bethesda or whatever got Fallout, and basically the big company that was sponsoring them at the time just said, "All right, well, we'll just buy it for you. Fuck it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
got it.
That was Ryan McCaffrey's interview with Tim Howard from Bethesda.
Yeah.
And because he was the one that was like, I really want to do the next Fallout sequel. And they were like, okay, well, we'll just go buy it for you. Because they licensed it at first. It was licensed at first. And they just decided to buy it. I'm really excited for Outer Worlds. October 25th. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Outer Worlds is going to be a Game Pass game.
Ooh.
Which I don't know if you guys know this,
but
hold on, let me do it. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Game Pass is the best goddamn deal in gaming, and it is. And you can say what you want to. You got new games coming out. Jonathan.
What they announced about the PC games and the Game Pass for the PC, I'm like, ooh,
it's the best goddamn deal in gaming.
I need that motherfucker. Yes,
I signed up. I was already signed up, but I just upgraded the Ultimate. But so Outer Worlds, what have you guys watched about it? You know, it's an RPG. You know, and the one thing I'm happy about, it's not a 100-hour RPG. They said it's a 20 to 40-hour RPG, which I love more. I love it even more.
I didn't know that, actually.
They announced it a while back. Ryan McCaffrey actually on IGN's Podcast Unlocked had a interview with him, and that's what they said, and I love it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. 100-hour RPGs annoy the living fuck out of me because there's too many of them that I want to play. Hold on, let me finish. I love the idea. I think it's great because you get your amount of game for the money you pay. But when you don't have a shitload of time, which that's also on me and on whoever else it is.
It's on me.
It's on me too. And like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, probably one of the best ones to ever fucking drop. You know, I just don't have the fucking time. You know, it's in Outer Worlds, I think it's going to be lovely. It's Fallout, man. It's Fallout in fucking space. You know, it's hard to not go with it. It's Mass Effect, you know, but
it's also got like a weird like Crackdown 3 like theme going on too.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's
the space is owned by corporations, kind of like they did Crackdown 3, you know.
Adam, you excited? You ready for it?
I am. Like you said, you know, it's basically Fallout in space. So
I think it has
that right there sold it for me.
It has a Mass Effect feel too, kind of, because it's the space thing. And did you play Mass Effects? No. Come on,
I played them, but I didn't play them.
Oh, okay. I played them because I fucked a bunch of aliens.
You know what I did with Mass Effect?
I did. I fucked a bunch of aliens.
I played it for probably, I want to say I put 10 hours into it and I put it down because it was just too much. And then later I ended up picking it up again, just saying, I'm going to do this. And I played all 3 of them in the matter of like 2 months.
I told my buddy Zach that only played 2K games. So he only played like NBA 2K and stuff, that they sold weed in that game. So he went and bought it. And they definitely didn't sell weed in it. But they
that's like CJ from Grand Theft Auto having sex with hot coffee.
But I love that. But I love what they do with it. And I don't know if they've announced the romance and stuff in Obsidian. I love that they do the romance and stuff because it makes things a little bit cooler because you got to figure out things to do. Like I said, I fucked a bunch of aliens in Mass Effect. So with Outer Worlds, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I only have one problem and qualm with Outer Worlds, and it's because they're also coming out with another RPG.
Which one?
That I think is going to be even better.
Obsidian?
Not Obsidian, just in general. Microsoft is coming out, and that's with Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm going to put more time into Cyberpunk than I ever would.
I can tell you right now, that April 16th, 2020 release date is going to drop. I'm going to tell you I'm going to go ahead and I'll put lunch on it right now that release date gets delayed. Witcher 3
certainly.
Witcher 3 got delayed twice or 3 times. I got a feeling we're not going to see Cyberpunk till late 2020, early 2021. So you'll have.
I think it's
summer
or maybe Christmas.
That's what I'm thinking. Summer or Christmas. You'll have plenty of time to play Outer Worlds. You'll have. I mean,
as long as that's true, and Cyberpunk's get pushed back. Because I mean, Cyberpunk has been.
They haven't announced
on the table for so long now.
They announced.
Oh yeah.
They announced April 16th, 2020, which I kind of wish they would have just went 4 more days and went 4/20/2020. But because that would have been hilarious. But
2020.
And you know what they may push the game back to 4/20/2020. If they do that, I swear to God, I'm gonna love it. So
People
I'm gonna
just buy it because of the date.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. They push Cyberpunk 2077 back to April 20th, 2020. and they're gonna release it at 4:20 in the afternoon. Everybody gonna be high as shit. We're gonna be at GameStop smoking like hell.
That's awesome.
So we'll move on to Ninja.
Hold on one second. Adam, did you watch the whole conference? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, what did you think about Keanu coming out?
Oh my God! He's just winning the internet lately.
Oh,
He is. No shit.
John Wick, them announcing Bill and Ted 3. You're beautiful or breathtaking. You're breathtaking. Sorry.
Did you see? Not to interrupt you, but did you see that dude that said you're breathtaking got a ultimate edition?
I was about to mention it.
Ultimate edition of.
I didn't see that.
The dude that first said you're breathtaking, and he got a ultimate edition of Cyberpunk 2077. Also, they were giving away Cyberpunk 2077 jackets at the conference if you went, or not the conference. I'm sorry, at the booth. Them bitches are on eBay right now for $1,300.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean,
more power to you.
Oh, I'd put it on there. I'm not gonna lie. If I was, I'd raise the price of that bitch because it's an exclusive thing.
I mean, my fat ass is gonna fit in it anyway. So
well, I don't know. I don't know. You might be fat guy in a little coat. You might rip that bitch.
Hey, your '90s joke really landed. Let me tell you.
Thank you. Actually, that was the '90s. God damn. I miss Chris Farley. Yeah. I miss Chris Farley, dude. He was so fucking funny.
Let's not get on Chris Farley because I'm gonna start tearing up.
I would too. I'll cry. Anyway, we'll say
somebody posted a picture of that SNL skit of him, where he's got the glasses on. He's that fat counselor guy. He says, "Does anybody know where this guy lives?" Yeah, he lives in a trailer or in a van down by the river. It's so good.
We'll stay on Cyberpunk since we're already here. So they show more gameplay, which looked amazing. The Keanu announcement, which was I'm sitting there watching it, and they're waiting, and of course I knew it was gonna be somebody fucking famous because you're sitting there and they're showing the legs of this character, and he says, "You ready to burn the city?" And they start scrolling up, but it's taking forever, and then that's Keanu fucking Reeves.
Everybody knows Keanu Reeves.
That's Keanu fucking Reeves. and then the doors rise and you see the smoke and then you see John Wick come out because he looks just like fucking John Wick on stage. Like he has not changed his whole goddamn demeanor of that movie. So he comes out. I was like, that's Keanu fucking Reeves. And then he's just cool as fuck. Like he plays John Wick as a fucking murderous bastard. And then he comes out there. He's just so fucking cool. He's
like, yeah, you too, man. Yeah,
you're breathtaking.
No, but really, I need to
finish this. I need to finish this. I love that nobody
shut up for a fucking minute.
I love that nobody would let him talk, but he didn't want to be an asshole and be like, "Can y'all shut the fuck up and let me finish this?"
Which was beautiful.
I loved it.
I love you, Keanu.
He's such
not just a cat.
He's such a cool guy. So he's gonna be a supporting character called Johnny Silverhand. Supposedly, he is a ghost. So he is a ghost of Johnny Silverhand. You're gonna be seeing him throughout the whole game. From listen to IGN, they went behind closed doors, which nobody's seen besides the press. Behind closed doors of Cyberpunk 2077. I guess they shown him in a lot of scenes. So I guess he's gonna be like telling you what to do or what you should do or things
that guiding character.
Yeah, guiding character. He's a Cortana. He's a Cortana type.
He's the owl from Legends of Zelda.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So he's gonna be there, and he's pretty much gonna be in the whole game. So really happy, really excited about that. April 16th, 2020, like I said. I think it will definitely be pushed back. Yeah.
I want to get my hands on it whenever I fucking can.
You ain't playing.
Looks beautiful.
We need to start. I'm telling you, that's why I keep telling you to review games. We need to just hire fucking Adam. We can't pay you anything. Hire fucking Adam to review games so we can get review codes of fucking games so we ain't got to fucking buy them. It's exactly what we need. I'm telling you, we need to start making this ADHD shit big. We bring Adam in, we call him Biscuit Face or something, and then we just have him start reviewing.
Wow. Hey, your face looks like a biscuit.
No.
With some hair on top that flops over.
You will be called Maverick since I said you look like Tom Cruise.
Maverick.
Which, that should be it. By the way, that's a compliment. It's my favorite goddamn movie of all time. So, that's Cyberpunk. Ninja Theory. announced their new game a couple days beforehand. Ninja Theory, we were telling you about earlier, is Hellblade and DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot that it came out, which actually was not bad.
I liked the reboot of Devil May Cry.
So did I. Hellblade was amazing, but you could definitely tell it was a reboot. But Ninja Theory's...
say that I feel like this was the conference of reboots. Like there's fucking hundreds of them in this damn conference.
I can tell you
reboots and DLCs.
I can tell you that the reboots are good for a lot of people, but
I'm fucking great with the one you know.
Oh, correct. I know, and I'm excited because of the reasoning of that coming out. But the reason I think a lot of these reboots coming out, especially with these smaller companies, like, I'm thinking they're starting to lose sales because the only reason they push out a lot of these reboots, like Crash was literally
all just sales.
Crash was all the sales are going to Call of Duty, or like Spyro was all the sales are going to something, and which is good. It's good. I'm glad you're bringing these out so we can replay them because they're really hard to play on these older consoles. I mean, I got everything back here and it's super fucking hard to play, and I'm happy about it. The DMC reboot was really good. That was that 360 or was that one?
I think it was both.
I think it was both. Was that
PS2?
Was that a cross-gen?
The original?
No.
Devil May Cry was on PS2.
Right, the original was, but the reboot they came out with Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, DMC Devil May Cry, which was the Ninja Theory reboot, and then they came out with DMC 4 and now DMC 5. So they have a new game called Bleeding Edge coming out, which has been in production for a while. Ninja Theory, they said this was because, as y'all know, Microsoft owns them. They're one of the Xbox game studios. This game had been talked about before Microsoft bought them. This is a 4v4 melee Overwatch type game. It looked very fast-paced and cool. They didn't really show any gameplay. I'm really not sure how I feel because it looked cartoonish, especially with it being Ninja Theory. I love Ninja Theory's games. They're probably one of my favorite developers. I'm just not sure about the gameplay. They didn't really show any gameplay either, though, so I don't know. So we'll have to wait to see if we see that. Yeah.
Well, I personally enjoy 4v4s, so I can have someone else get all the kills while I be the hindrance of the team.
Agree. That's normally how I do in Overwatch. People usually get mad at me because I will not pick Diva. I always have to pick Diva. Diva is my sweetheart because she's an anime bitch, and I love anime bitches. And yeah, we just shoot a bunch of people, and it's fucking lovely. And I always come out with a bunch of kills, and people get mad because I have her. And I'm like, bitch, we're in play now. We're not in ranked, so leave me the fuck alone. We're not in ranked. Leave me the fuck alone.
Shut up.
But the Bleeding Edge looked good. I can't wait to see some gameplay of it.
Adam.
Go ahead.
Sir.
Adam, did you see? Obviously, you saw it, but a certain '90s movie that they're making into a game.
Very surprising here.
No.
This looked really like in the beginning of it when the trailer started. I was like, Remedy made a new Alan Wake game. This is Alan Wake.
That's exactly what I fucking thought too.
Like,
I was like, Alan Wake.
Seen that dude.
I love Alan Wake. Cool.
I seen that dude and I seen the flashlight and I was like, that's Alan Wake. And then they froze up and you seen that top symbol in the trees. No, that can't be Blair Witch. That can't be Blair Witch. Blair Witch.
Shit.
Oh shit, it's Blair Witch.
So much better than that movie was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first one wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. The second one was just pure shit.
It scared the pants off me when I was a little kid and I watched it.
Agreed. I do like the fact of them making this though. Like it's something. It's a new IP. I love seeing new IPs. I love seeing new random stuff. This is random. So hopefully it'll be cool. And I mean, I really kind of wish they would have made a new Alan Wake game though, because I love Alan Wake.
Yeah, I mean, do you like survival horror, Adam?
Yes and no. I like it during the day when I have my windows open.
It's me. Or my wife sitting or my wife sitting by my side at nighttime.
I've got
I'm
somebody
okay with
holding
that.
my hand while I play.
Yeah. Like Evil Within.
Remember I played Resident Evil 2 when I called you because I played it while I was
Evil Within 1 and 2 I won't play. I still haven't touched. I've had them. I still won't touch them. They're sitting on my Xbox right now downloaded.
But they're freaky as fuck.
I won't touch them without Kirsten sitting right here by me. I won't touch them. She loves horror. I don't.
Whenever I will play a survival horror game or whatever, it's so scary. Like I can watch somebody play it and be like, but whenever I see someone, whenever I'm actually the one playing it, I can't. I have to sit it down and walk away.
Yeah, I
And then
mean,
go watch cartoons. Go watch SpongeBob.
I am one of those people that hears random shit. So I hear things touching behind me, and I'm like, And see, somebody's died in this house before. So at nighttime when I'm sitting here, I'm like, I hear random shit.
Well, my house is haunted, so...
Yeah, I know yours is. I know yours is. I'm good. I'll stay away from the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, yours is too. There's a person behind you. Adam, your cat is trying to fuck with you.
That's fine. Is it my cat or my dog?
I don't know which one it is. What's one of them is on your right side there. So I don't know if y'all heard, but a certain writer of a massive series on HBO collabed with a known asshole-ish type developer of an asshole-ish game that will fuck you up called From Software. So George R.R. Martin and From Software leak came out, I think last week or the week before, about them coming out with a new game and how George R.R. Martin collabed, which actually George R.R. Martin leaked it because he was talking about how he went over to Japan and did a collabed on a video game. This one's going to be called Elden Ring. We got a trailer, but no gameplay. It'll be open world.
It was a short trailer.
It was a very short trailer. It was a very weird, enticing trailer. It will be open world, and it'll be looks like it takes some inspiration from Dark Souls. It'll have definitely will have horses in it. I know that you can ride horses because what's his name? George R.R. Martin said that.
How generic.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's got horses.
I am not big in Dark Souls games, so the Dark Souls combat, like Bloodborne, was annoying to me. So was Bloodborne was annoying to me, and so was Dark Souls. I'm not sure about you guys.
I got Dark Souls 3 sitting up there. My cousin got it for me, and I played 5 minutes into it and just sat it down.
Got your ass kicked one time and was like, yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Like I played the shit out of like original Dark Souls. Like I love that game. But 3, I just couldn't get the hang of it. And then like Bloodborne was great. I never beat it. But like I love those types of games. But the new one that came out, Shadows Die Twice, the kind of ninja Dark Souls.
Sekiro.
Fuck that game.
Sekiro kicked the living fuck out of me.
I could not beat the first boss. I couldn't even get to the first boss.
If you want to see a really cool fucking video, watch the dude that plays it on the DK bongos. I watched the dude beat the whole game on the DK bongos.
Not this again.
Oh my dude, it's fucking awesome. You know how hard that game is? Have you ever tried to play Sekiro?
No.
Sekiro is probably one of the hardest fucking games I've ever played in my lifetime. And this motherfucker beat it on the DK bongos. like Jonathan, it's like, listen, dude. You know how the DK bongos were. You only had one button each thing. Yeah. He used a set of 2 and a set of 2, so 4 bongos.
We've discussed this on another podcast. I know exactly how they do it.
But it's so awesome. Watch the video. Anyway, moving on. Elden Ring. So in Elden Ring, you've seen some arms, which they showed arms in other trailers of Dark Souls. So which showed that it's kind of taken a little bit of some severed arms, should I say. Taking a little bit of inspiration from Dark Souls. I don't know. I mean, I'm not big into From Software games. I love their fucking name, From Software. So, yeah. But I'm waiting to see more gameplay, and I really do want to see it.
How do you think that conversation went down between the Japanese and George R.R. Martin? You know, he like walks in, his fat ass like, all right, here's what I got to do. Okay, we are gonna kill everybody. That's it.
We're just gonna kill everybody just like I did in my game. It's exactly what we're gonna do.
We're not gonna call them the Night's Watch, but we're gonna call them Dark Watchers.
Dark Watchers.
Dark Watchers. And there's gonna be a king in the north.
Well,
I don't know where we're going with that yet.
Well, Hidetaka Miyazaki, which is the lead on all of Dark Souls games, he is a big Western guy when it comes to fantasy. He loves Western fantasy. He said that. And as we know, Game of Thrones is basically Western fantasy because of George R.R. Martin being from here. I personally think that this is a wonderful collab. I think it's going to be great. Well, is this a game I'm going to play? Probably not, because of the devs. I love From Software. I love their games, but I can't play them. I suck ass at them. And will I watch it? Oh, yeah. I will probably watch this game because I loved watching Sekiro. Sekiro's story was beautiful. It was lovely. I loved watching it. It was fucking gruesome and awesome. Bloodborne was cool as fuck, but I just got my ass whooped. There was nothing more I can do. It's just not my type of game. I like I said, this might be a game I end up watching more than playing. I'll see, especially if it has the whole sword aspect, like kind of like what was the game from? How kind of For Honor has there. You got the three different styles of to your side. And you got your up style, and then you got your down style. If they have it like that, I never know when to switch. That's a lot of systems playing in one. Games that have a lot of systems kind of annoy me, kind of like Monster Hunter World. I could never get into Monster Hunter World because it had so many goddamn systems at one time. Which Dauntless is kind of okay. Dauntless doesn't have a lot of systems. It's a free to play, basically Monster Hunter. Moving on, Xbox One Elite controller, the second one. That
looks so good.
It looks amazing. The price of it went up $30. That doesn't look amazing.
That's the reason I'm not gonna buy it.
It's $180. Used to be $150. I don't need this. This is not for me. I'm not a pro gamer. I don't need this. Now, is this good for the pro gaming people? This is awesome for them. This is great. You can do the switches and all that kind of good stuff. And it will be forward compatible with Scarlet. And so will Xbox One accessories. I found that out. One of the the lead designer on this Elite controller was on the Giant Bomb podcast. I think it was Thursday night, and he said that everything will be forward compatible. We've already talked about Project X Cloud being in October. Yep. Anything more we want to say about that? We're ready for it. We're excited for it.
I'm just really hoping that they do it good, and I think Xbox will, and
I think so as well.
This is one of those things I actually kind of have high hopes for. Like, I don't think that Xbox is gonna fuck it up.
I think that they
they've been in the game too long.
Yeah, I think after the launch of the One went really badly, and Scorpio going badly, of them talking about this is the all-in-one entertainment system. All-in-one entertainment system. Now they're like, okay, gamers don't want an all-in-one, which I don't know why they thought we ever wanted that. We just want a console.
But we did.
We did at that time.
360. At the 360, that was an all-in-one console.
It was.
You had your Netflix, you had everything on there.
It was. I agree.
Great, and that's what I used it for. And really, to be honest with you, that's all I use my Xbox for anyway.
I think my PS2 was
Netflix and shit.
I think my PS2, which I'm gonna guess a lot of people's. I think my PS2 was my first ever DVD player. Like, I never owned a DVD player. I think my first ever DVD player was my PS2 I had. And
back then, the PS2 was it was cheaper to buy a PS2
than it was a DVD player. And now you can get a DVD player at a yard sale for $3. But and that bitch will work.
And it'll work.
So the xCloud dropping in October. Microsoft also announced that they'll have a free update to Xbox coming, to where you can stream your Xbox games. Me and Adam were talking about this in the pre-show as well before you came along. I guess they're gonna have an update where you can stream whatever games you own in your library. But as me and Adam were discussing before the thing, I was telling him some of my things about that. What if it's somebody like me who works at nighttime and I'm at work at night? Does that mean that when I go to stream and I'm at the hospital working and I go to stream, is my Xbox going to turn on when I'm at the house? Or is it going to stream straight from data centers? Because if it's going to stream at the house and if it's a thunderstorm and get struck by lightning when I'm not home, then that's a problem. But if I
think we're talking about the first. To be honest with you,
I think
it's going to have a home base for them.
It's going to have to, because it can work like that. I mean, it's like we discussed with the chat thing. Adam brought up the fact of the chat in the what'd you say? The chat in the
app.
The chat in the app now, and it works. It actually works pretty well. I'm hoping they do something like that where they have an app and you can do your thing. And I'm gonna guess, since iOS 13, when Apple dropped iOS 13, or they talked about dropping it last week or whatever, I'm going to guess that this is what this is aiming for, because they did put Xbox One and PS4 controller support, DualShock 4 controller support in the iOS 13. So I'm going to guess that's going to come about. All right, moving on. Gears 5, September 10th release date. Really excited about it.
What's that Terminator thing? What's up with Terminator?
Dude, I don't know what Terminator has to do with Gears. Like that is the only thing I was like, what in the fuck does this have to do with Gears? You know?
Wasn't there another game that had like a Terminator thing
Yeah,
going
it's
on? Oh God, I wish I
man.
remember.
Was
it on Nintendo?
No, it's Bethesda. Something from Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Give me a couple of minutes here.
I'm like, what?
It's
like you hear that dun 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 dun, and like, oh shit, Terminator. I love Terminator.
Is it Doom?
But it ain't Doom.
You sure?
I can't remember. It was a weird.
Oh, it's Breakpoint.
thing.
No, Breakpoint.
Breakpoint. Yeah.
Breakpoint has Breakpoint has a Terminator fucking DLC too, which is weird. Like I don't know what is up with all this Terminator talk coming back around.
There's got to be a movie or something.
There is the new trailer
Arnold movie. Yeah.
That where Arnold's actually coming back. He'll be back. He's back.
He'll be back. I'll be back. I'm here.
It didn't, but the trailer was like,
He never left, motherfucker.
The trailer was like meh. The trailer was meh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to get it attached to those things. So we're getting a September 10th release date. It'll come out day one on Game Pass because this is an Xbox Game Studios game. It'll be on Game Pass day one. If you have the Ultimate Game Pass Ultimate, which is Xbox Game Pass for console, Xbox Game Pass for PC, and Xbox Live Gold, it's $14.99 a month. If you have that, you will get the Ultimate Edition of Gears 5 day one, which will give you that Terminator pre-order pack. They showed a 3-player escape mode, which looked fun. I don't know what the fuck it is with everybody. I don't know if y'all paid attention to this, but there was a lot of 3-player game modes that came about during all these conferences.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them, and I'm telling you, there's a shitload of them. But there is a bunch of them. This is a 3-player game mode where you have to escape from the hive, which if you remember Horde, you had to protect an area. This you're escaping from it, which I really like this.
Yeah.
So
I definitely enjoyed the multiplayer aspect of the game. That was the only part that I really saw was somewhat interesting.
I got my ass whooped.
Just because it's some new modes. That was it.
Yeah, I mean.
Also, this lighting makes it look like I'm about to go Super Saiyan.
It does kind of. The story in Gears was kind of. I like where it's going. I've always liked where it's going. I love that game. I'm also a big single player game. They dropped a Borderlands 2 DLC that sets up Borderlands 3. Jonathan's not a massive fan of the Borderlands series. I am.
Right there with him.
Okay, well, you guys.
I tried back in the day, but.
Well, I mean, we are going to move on. There's not much to talk about besides it. Just the story sets up for Borderlands 3, but nobody really pays attention to the story in Borderlands games. They're online looter shooters. But the cool thing was that they did go back to an old game, a 7-year-old game, and put DLC in a 7-year-old game for free. That was cool. Forza Horizon 4 Lego DLC. They had a Lego car on stage. It looked like I almost said Keurig. That's a coffee machine. Zog, whatever the fuck the thing is called. I forgot the super fast fucking thing. I don't know what it was. It's Lego DLC. I guess they're supposed to be having Lego cars, and there's Lego stages, and you can bring the Lego cars into the real stages and the real cars into the Lego stages. Somebody on a podcast the other night asked, what if I wanted to put some of those anime girl stickers on the sides? And because that's decals that you can put in Forza. So the guy was like, yeah, you can put those on there still. They're just going to go on as a sticker. It's like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
They also announced that all their color schemes are going to be like, if Lego does not make it this color, you can't put that color. So that was pretty cool.
Oh wow, interesting.
Phantasy Star Online 2 coming to the West.
That super excited about.
Yeah, it's good. I'm
excited.
I can tell Adam's never played Phantasy Star Online by his. Yeah, I can tell.
When did you
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast.
Good
and
times,
it was so
boy.
repetitive and so stupid, but I played it for hours.
Bro,
and it was the same path, same dungeon.
I have it sitting right over there, and I still play it because you don't have to play it online. You can play it single. So I still play it sometimes. I'm really excited about this because this is new, and the thing I liked, I believe they said it was going to be exclusive to Xbox, which I liked. It's going to release sometime in spring 2020, and I'm really excited.
And it's free.
Yeah,
it's fucking free.
That's the awesome
that's
thing.
Awesome.
Is this new? Like, Phantasy Star Online 2 has been out over there, right? Or is this new? It's been out over in Japan, or is this new?
That's where it came from.
Yeah, but this is brand new, right? Like Phantasy Star Online 2, it's not like Final Fantasy 14 where it's been out for a while and they're just porting it to another console. This is brand fucking new. They're making this right now. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I was making sure.
As far as you know.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Minecraft Dungeon showed. We're getting a spring 2020 release date. Anybody that's big into Minecraft, Adam, you look like a Minecraft guy for some reason.
Yeah, I put in over
I don't know
100
why.
hours
I
of
really
Minecraft.
stereotyped you for a Minecraft guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did.
Spot on. I knew it too.
I did. I
He
stereotyped the shit out of him first for a Minecraft guy.
He likes building stuff.
I mean, well, Minecraft Earth actually looked really cool. Like the mobile Pokemon Go type that they have. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
Well, yeah.
But it looked really cool with the way they were doing it. But I'd be the asshole that would just go around destroying everybody's shit.
Minecraft is one of those games where you can just always go back to.
Yeah. I mean, it's just if you need 20 minutes.
And I've had it on my phone, just fucking around digging for no goddamn reason.
If you need 20 minutes of fun, what I really like is I like the fact that a lot of kids play it because it shows the creativity of kids, and like my daughters love it, and they
That's the only reason I don't have a problem with the kids playing is because it's creativity and they're building things.
I don't know what I got Addison, my oldest, she's 7. I got on her 2DS, I got her Super Mario Maker, the first one, and her freaking creativity on there was crazy, man. Like I would think, like I got it, I was like, she's not gonna play this, and but she loves art, and her creativity was crazy. It's funny how creative kids are, man.
Yeah.
So you're going to have an overhead perspective. It will be co-op, local and online, four players. It looked fun. It looked like a Diablo type fucking Minecraft. This next one, go ahead.
They're also taking, I don't know if you've heard about this, Adam, but they're taking Minecraft Story Mode Season 1 and 2 off the stores.
Yeah.
Period, end of story. They're gone forever.
Those were the ones that
show up like City of Heroes does, like where you can download it, pirate it or whatever, but
those were the ones
if you don't have it now, you're done.
Those were the ones from Telltale, right?
I don't know.
Story mode season 1 and 2, yeah. I mean, it makes sense that they're taking them off, but I mean, I just don't understand why Microsoft's doing it, because Microsoft could technically still keep them because they own the Microsoft, or they own the Minecraft license. I don't understand that. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people aren't wishing for that, but I mean, what if somebody got a hair up their ass and wanted to play it? That's the thing.
Well, nobody's really playing it is basically what it is. It's just taking up space, I think, is exactly what it is. So they've kind of said, all right, here's your chance. Buy this motherfucker or it's gone.
Right.
So, and it'll stay in your library.
Yeah. Next one y'all probably aren't too excited about, but I am. It's for reasons that I don't know if y'all have watched the Double Fine documentary on Netflix of these people, but Tim Schafer's the lead there, and they made Psychonauts, the original Psychonauts for the Xbox, and I loved Psychonauts when I was a kid. So Microsoft bought Double Fine, which I'm really happy for them, because to watch them in that documentary go through the trials and hardships that they went through to, hey, we need to port this game to this so we can try and make some money to make our dream here. And then they made a game. I don't know, was it Into the Breach? It was a game that they had made, and they wanted, I forgot the goddamn name of it, and they wanted it, so they had to have it sell real good so they could make Psychonauts 2, and nobody and they didn't make the money. They didn't come about. And then Psychonauts 2 was supposed to be published by, is it Seabreeze? Starbreeze, and now they're going under. So Microsoft's got it. So I'm really happy for them. Tim Schafer came out and made a couple jokes about how, hey, if you want us to make Excel, you want us to make this, you want us to make this, we got it. He's a funny guy. He's a cool guy watching him. Moving on, Battletoads is back. Jonathan, get off your phone. This is not a time to be on your phone.
You'll see one in a minute.
Okay. Battletoads trailer was shown. I did not play a lot of Battletoads when I was a kid. I played a little bit on the Sega. Fun time. Enjoyed all I played. I don't know if I will play this one. Just don't know if I'll play it. Jonathan, will you play it?
Battletoads, abso-fucking-lutely, man. I love Battletoads. This is just for nostalgia purposes, obviously, just like most of the games from E3. But yeah, I'd play it. I don't know what the price point is going to be or whatever. That's going to be a deciding factor, to be quite honest with you. But just playing Battletoads when I was younger. Like, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun process. More Jedi Fallen Order shown. We seen a little bit more. You seen him. I liked it. I was excited. You seen Cal going up the AT-AT there, and
I feel like that was just Microsoft's way of saying, hey, don't forget we got it too.
This was the this was the very first time that we ever seen the inside of an AT-AT. Like that is what I thought was super cool. Like this is the first time we ever seen that. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Collection. This is not something.
Man. I played hours of Age of Empires. Like
I'm not an RTS
hours.
guy,
dude. I want it on my phone. Like I've been looking forever and a day, and they got these like shitty things. But man, I'm telling you, I played Age of Empires. That was the only RTS I really super got into. I played StarCraft for a little bit, but
yeah,
whatever. Code Red, whatever the.
Oh no! Red Alert. Red Alert. It's
Red Alert.
Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer. Yeah, I played that.
That one I liked. So they showed it Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, like we discussed earlier. Xbox Live Gold, Game Pass for console, and Game Pass for PC.
Bad.
No, Adam, if you don't have Game Pass, you need to. This is something you should do.
I was looking into it last night. I didn't have my wallet on me.
Especially you can get $1. You can get a month for $1.
Adam, I love you already just for that statement.
The thing I did not like was that they showed a bunch of games coming to Game Pass in a massive long trailer that you couldn't tell what was there. And I thought that was...
They do that all the time.
But I thought that was fucked up to do to the smaller devs. It's cool you put them in your conference, but it's fucked up of you. Now, the good thing is there is a game called After Party, which comes from the people that make Oxenfree, that is coming to Game Pass. I was going to buy it, and I'm glad I didn't, because now it's coming to Game Pass. But also, there's a game called 12 Minutes, which is a time loop game. Y'all need to look at that. It's awesome. We already talked about Scarlet and Halo Infinite, the trailer. They shown it. I mean, I'm kind of pissed off about this. I'm pissed off they did not show gameplay. I feel like we deserve a little bit of gameplay at this point. Infinite's been talked about long enough.
It's a cool intro to tell you how the game's gonna start, but
oh god, and we're frozen again. God, y'all look freaking disgusting right now. Oh gosh, we're having technical difficulties, people. Jesus, is it gonna come about? Oh, here we are. We're back.
Dude, you were stuck in with a face like this. I got a picture of it.
Technical difficulties, people. Technical difficulties. So, I mean, they're supposed to do this. I just feel like we deserve it at this point. And I was watching that trailer the whole time, and that whole thing where he's in the ship and he's about to defrost him and whatever, bring him back. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be gameplay. Oh, it's going to be gameplay. Please show me gameplay. And of course they didn't. And I'm really hoping that it's not a live service game. I'm praying to God they keep it the exact same that they always have. A linear story that's going to be awesome. I hope so. Even an open world story I would be fine with for Halo. I would be fine with an open world story for Halo.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I mean, Halo's kind of... I mean, it's not open world, but they do have massive areas you can play around in for you. So
I haven't played Halo since 4, and I never beat 4. So I still remember, the heyday of Halo. So
yeah,
you never beat 4?
This one,
I think Halo 4. Yeah,
4 was fun. I mean, 4's not like
a Guardians one, wasn't it?
No, 5. Yeah. 5's Guardians. You're not. It's not like a massive thing you miss, but 4 was okay. I would say you should go play.
Which one's 4? That's where they it's not finished the fight. That's 3, but that's the one afterwards where they destroy all the fucking rings and okay.
All right. Hey, you guys down to take a break and then
let's split this up into 2 parts, and I think we'll be good with that. I think that'll be.
Got a lot to cover in the next half.
Because I'm just looking at it like, holy fucking Moses.
Well, I mean, we're sitting at 2 hours, which is about normal.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll take a break here and we'll get back. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you here in a little bit. And we're back.
Hey.
That was a long break, all 10 minutes of it.
Oh, no.
You
seamless.
You guys may notice that we're missing a partner here. Adam had to.
Only if they're observant.
Adam had to take off. He had a Father's Day thing, which reminds us, all of us, by me and Jonathan here at ADHD Gamer, want to thank all the fathers in the world for being dads, and want to tell you Happy Father's Day.
Yep.
I
got this. Well, you can't see it, I guess, with my shitty ass camera at the moment. But it is a fancy mug. It says, "Dear bonus dad.
Oh.
Thank you for being my stepdad. If I had a different stepdad, I would punch him in the face.
That's
and
all.
Go find you."
That is fucking poetic. I love that.
I'm just saying.
I got this wonderful shirt that says, "Dad, we love you 3000," with all of my kids' names. Mm-hmm. And I love this shirt. And I also got what else did I get? Oh, and they got me this. You can't see it, but it's back wherever my finger is. All right, hold on. There. It's a shadow box with our thing that says "Our Hero" in it. So, man, I don't know how you are. Father's Day's every day to me. I got my kids. I'm happy. So.
Wow, you're so boring.
I am, but I love my kids, man. I love my kids to death.
I guess I have to love mine.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to. You could throw them in a lake.
They're all assholes, but I love them.
My two are assholes too. But you're allowed to call them that. They are your children. I am allowed to call my children assholes because they are assholes. Speaking of this, I told my oldest she was an asshole, or I said something about this to somebody that was like, "Man, my children are assholes," and my daughter told me that she wasn't an asshole, and I was like, "Okay, but you're not allowed to say that."
You need to watch your mouth.
This is why you're an asshole.
I told you to stop saying that fucking word.
You do this shit in front of people. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. We need to try and get this done. People. This is not normally how long our shows are gonna be, but this is E3, so you're just gonna have to get used to this shit. So let's move into Bethesda. Sunday night, they happened on June 8th. They started out by talking about Fallout 76. This was a game I wasn't massively into in the beginning. I'm not big into the multiplayer Fallout range. A lot of people are, though. They have a massive community, and I guess they've got, which is awesome. Yeah, it's massive, dude. They even said it. It's like it's still a massively big community, and it's just not something I want into. They said they still got they got a couple million players still, which is, to me, that's massive, especially for a game that was shitty when it came out. Oh, and by the way, if you bitched about your bag, it's coming. Your new bag's coming.
I don't see where it is because I haven't been notified of my bag.
Probably because you didn't bitch about your bag like the rest of everybody else. Everybody else bitched about their bag and sent multiple complaints in.
I threw that motherfucker in the corner.
Said, all right. Everybody got their new bag for their. It was funny, man. Kotaku posted an article that said, "We have now wrote an article for the 5th goddamn time about a bag." That shit was hilarious. So, awesome. So Tim Bauer came out and discussed and gave somewhat of an apology. It was really funny how this happened. I guess we'll talk about that in a minute, but the communities, from, like I said, it was kind of a big community. They're thriving since the new changes they've put out. They're released a new Battle Royale mode called Nuclear Winter, which I don't know who wanted that. I mean,
nobody wanted it.
The gunplay in Fallout was not amazing to begin with. This is not going to make it any better.
Use that RB button.
Yeah,
and
the GATs,
onto stuff.
the GATs, and they're coming out with a Wastelanders DLC, which is going to update and will bring in NPCs. Which I know this is a thing that normally you shouldn't be happy for because that should already been in the game, but this is a big thing for those people that want this. So it's pretty cool. I am really glad to see. The thing I do like about Bethesda and Ubi is that if they do have a really rough start on a launch, they still support the shit because some people
stand behind their titles.
Some people do like the game. So the somewhat of an apology they gave was
somewhat of a.
It was
kind of half-assed.
It was somewhat. He said,
"Sorry, not sorry."
He came out and said, "So we have a lot of titles this year. We've launched a lot of titles. some of which I'm pretty surprised some of you are still here. So that right there was somewhat of an apology, and it was quite hilarious. I quite laughed about it.
It's an experiment.
Yeah, you bought Fallout 76. I know you had. I know you had problems.
I played it for 2 days. And
the cool thing is you got the helmet out of it. I mean, that was the cool thing. You got the helmet out of it.
It's sitting up there.
It looks good. You can wear it.
It's sitting on display, and I like it.
They have the Nuka-Cola one on ThinkGeek. By the way, ThinkGeek is not going out of business. I meant to tell you that.
Is it?
No, they're not going out of business.
The article I saw.
They are moving. They are moving. They are moving everything to GameStop now. They are becoming one because GameStop is.
We
now
both had several conversations.
Is GameStop probably going to go out of business? Most likely. I personally see them, but anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But
but we said this before. Like, this is going to happen.
Yeah,
they're going to merge. I think we even said it on the show. Like, they're going to have to do something.
The only way
probably going to merge.
The only way they can do it is to merge themselves together. I mean, it's their company anyway. They showed some Elder Scrolls Blades. It's coming to Switch in fall 2019.
Which is stupid, in my opinion, because I mean, I've got it on my phone. Why do I want to play it on my Switch? I have early access to it right now. I enjoy the game. Every time they get a new update, I really enjoy it. I play it every day almost, but I'm not going to play it on the Switch.
I played a little bit. Well, I mean, some people do. Some kids don't have phones, and they want to play it. So, I mean, that kind of stuff. The only thing I don't understand about the whole mobile factor of it is the Switch doesn't have a 5G connection or any kind of mobile data connection. So, playing it in the car doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I mean, to each its own.
They're going to have to make it okay to not have an internet connection.
They're going to have to. And then it all update once you get to an internet connection. Which is fine. I mean, to each its own. It will have cross-play for mobile. So you will be able to have the same account and everything will be the same on your Switch. Elder Scrolls Legends is getting a new update on June 27th, which they didn't give much about that. Which actually they did. I'm sorry. They gave a long trailer. Elder Scrolls Online is getting a new DLC called Dragonhold, which will release sometime in fall 2019.
I actually just picked up ESO again.
Did you?
So,
I haven't.
Friends are playing it with the new Elsewhere.
Yeah, I haven't played ESO in a long time, and I miss that game a lot. And it'll have new dungeons, is what they say. And you want to talk about a long ass motherfucking trailer? That was a long ass motherfucking trailer. That trailer, I felt like that trailer was never gonna fucking end. Moving on. For some reason, ZeniMax announced that they were gonna bring Commander Keen back. I don't know why and who asked for this. But they also showed once again, nobody asked for this. But they showed gameplay and it looks like a very children type game.
I don't know. It's got some nostalgia again.
It'll be a free to play.
I played Commander Keen back in the day.
I played a little bit of it when I got older, but I mean, it'll. Them bringing a free to play game out's pretty cool. But when they were coming out, I was like, this definitely should have been a beginning of the show thing. Like, you should have announced with this. That way, you could have got into bigger shit later because they put this in the end of the show. Game I'm super excited about. A brand new horror type adventure from the people that make Evil Within over at Tango Gameworks. Ghostwire
Does it
Tokyo.
look the same?
No,
but
it's horror like, and it's not even. I don't even know if it's horror. You can say thriller like it looks amazing. Like the stuff you're gonna be. They didn't show gameplay. They only showed a trailer. But what they did show is when Shinji Mikami came out, which is their he's the leader of Resident Evil. He's the creator of Resident Evil and Evil Within. When he came out and announced his creative director for this, which did you watch the Bethesda conference?
I unfortunately did not. I watched the trailers individually.
After we get done, I would like you to. I would like. Now, I do not got to watch the whole thing. I just want you to watch this one part. I want you to look up Ikumi Nakamura. The name is in the show notes. Look it up. Ikumi Nakamura. She is one of the first women designers at Tango Gameworks, or women creative directors at Tango Gameworks, and she was amazing. She straight up came out and said, "I'm sorry if my English sucks." And it was hilarious how she said the whole thing, man. It was so cool, but she's awesome. And she sounded just like an anime chick. It was hilarious. She
sounded like an anime.
She did. I swear. You think I'm playing? Go watch and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry for my
But she was awesome. Dude. I'm telling you, she's such a cool person. Yeah, she brought life to that room. That room was just that room was super quiet, man. As soon as she came out and started talking and doing her thing, the whole room just lit up because they were so happy that she came out. Because it takes a lot for somebody to come out and talk on a stage in front of a bunch of people, you know. She was awesome. But there was a bunch of disappearing people with monsters and mythological creatures. If you haven't checked this one out, go check it out. The trailer looks awesome. It looks really good. I can't wait for it. Another new IP that I like, besides this one, was Deathloop. Deathloop was announced by Arcane. Arcane are the makers of Dishonored and Prey. This is Arcane Lyon, though. This is the French Arcane. They're known. They're known for Dishonored. You know, Dishonored's super fun. I don't know if you got into Dishonored too much, but I did. You'll have two playable characters who are rivals in a time loop, and they'll continue to kill each other. So you didn't get much info, but this does look interesting, and I'm hoping for a good single player campaign because, as we know, I mean, you get a good single player campaign out of these titles. You play Prey. I was just calling you about Prey the other day. I played Dishonored series, and they do really well with this type of stuff. So this would be fun. If you haven't seen the trailer, you should look that one up as well, Jonathan. Wolfenstein Youngblood coming from Machine Games.
Now I'm excited about I love this.
This one, I think,
of Wolfenstein.
I think we should do a let's play. I think we should do a let's play co-op of this. I think we should.
Yeah.
It's co-op focused because it'll be co-op focused. You'll be BJ's two daughters, Jess and Soph Blaskowitz. Basically, BJ disappears, and Jess and Soph go find him, and it's set in the 80s, and it's a lot of killing Nazis. And I really want to kill Nazis. Killing Nazis.
There's nothing better than killing a good old-fashioned Nazi, let me tell you.
The goddamn bear Jew. Killing Nazis.
The bear Jew. Call him the bear Jew.
The bear Jew. You know why they call me the bear Jew? Because I like killing Nazis.
I like killing Nazis.
I'm replaying through Wolfenstein 2 right now, and I love killing Nazis. Anyway, I just like saying Nazis. Anyway, we'll move on to Rage 2. Rage 2 is getting a DLC called Rise of the Ghosts. It was shown it'll add a brand new area and a mini campaign. You will also get a fucking mech to where you can run around in a goddamn mech. I have not got to play through Rage 2 yet. I have it, and I'm super excited to play through it. But I will probably be skipping through the story like all of the people have told me to do. It's just Rage has always had the best gameplay. They've always had the best. Them and Doom have had the best shotgun in gaming. Rage had probably the best shotgun at the time, and then Doom 2016 came out, and that fucking shotgun was amazing. So yeah, there's that. They announced, which was really random to me. They announced this Orion game streaming tech.
It wasn't Orion this was a game before, wasn't it?
It was probably a code name. It might have been a code name. I don't think.
I feel like this was a game that I've seen before, and they've just like refurbed. Maybe it's something that I'm used to see the art style.
May have to fact check that. Because that might be. You could be right. But it
right now while you talk.
Okay, go ahead. It's a game streaming tech from id Software. You can stream Bethesda games to not so good hardware, basically like mine. Like I was telling you earlier, I still have a 1060 in mine, and i5 6500, so I'm not running massive hardware, so I can probably I can stream games to this hardware. But once again, we get into that streaming. I mean, they did come out on the show floor and show this girl running Doom 2016, which we all know has a lot of jumping abilities, and you need good latency. So Doom 2016 running on a mobile phone, her playing it on a phone and a controller. So that looked good. And
I just remembered what I was thinking of.
What were you thinking?
Ori. Yeah.
Yeah, they announced. I actually forgot to put that in the Microsoft. They announced Ori. Was it Will of the Wisps?
Yeah.
Will of the Wisps they announced, and that's a lot of people like that platformer. I haven't beat the first one, so. I signed up. You can sign up for this beta of Orion, by the way, Jonathan, which I recommend you going to do.
I've already signed up for like 12 betas, so
you can sign up for this one too. It's on slayersclub.com.
Okay. Slayers Club, I like it.
Yeah, well, it's Doom. It's Doom's thing.
Yeah, I know.
And then the last thing they showed at Bethesda,
Doom Eternal.
Doom motherfucking Eternal.
I love Doom, man.
So
Doom's my classic RPG right there.
RPG.
Or you know what I mean.
FPS.
Fuck, I'm tired, dude.
FPS. Me too.
FPS,
I feel you.
yeah.
Yeah. So they showed a lot of gameplay and it looks fantastic and it looks very Doomish. that's really all I can say.
Really, I'd really love to see, and I hate to take away from this at the moment, but Quake. Like, I know they're doing the Quake Champions and stupid shit,
dude,
but I want original Quake game.
Did you see Quake 2 come out with the RTX stuff? You haven't seen that yet?
No.
Look up Quake 2 and the RTX stuff. All they did was they went in and they did lighting and stuff in the Quake 2 arenas with the RTX software tech. Oh my god, dude, it looks amazing. It looks totally different.
I don't give a fuck about the multiplayer and all that other shit. I don't care.
I don't remember Quake ever really having a single player.
Oh yeah, dude. That's how they started.
Really?
And Quake 4 was on the 360 and I loved that title. I still play it today.
I don't remember them having a big.
Oh yeah, like fucking aliens are taking over and they're fighting them and it's kind of like a dark, creepy area. That Quake 4 was awesome because there was a point where you're going through this machine, you get caught by the alien race, and they're like sending you to this machine, building you into one of them. Like it shows you chopping off your fucking legs, and it's digging into your fucking gut and injecting like nano machines into your body while you're still awake and alive. So like it jabs you in the chest, and you're screaming. Oh, it was fucking good. It's really good. I really enjoyed the game.
I don't remember that for some reason. But yeah, that would be awesome to see. Because I did like Quake back in the day, especially the original and Quake 2. So Doom Eternal will be out November 22nd, 2019 for PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Stadia. You'll get a new multiplayer mode called Battle Mode, which is a 2v1, 2 demons versus 1 demon slayer. It looks fucking amazing. I thought it was super cool. I think I want to say you're a leveled up demon slayer, so you get all the powers. But I also think the demons are leveled up, and you can just fucking go ham on them, which looks lovely. Because I like playing as the demon in Doom sometimes, because it's pretty fun. The collector's edition they will have also has a life-size Doom Slayer helmet, and they showed it off.
That's cool.
This sounds like a Jonathan thing. This sounds like a Jonathan thing. I think you should get it, and so we can wear them.
I love the way you say it. I love the way you said it was perfect.
Yes, so you can get it, so we can wear them. Yes, you can wear one, and I can wear one on the podcast, and we can
stand out.
We can also
lightsaber fight.
Yes, and we can wear them to E3 next year. So because I may cosplay Quail when I go if we decide to go. I think I feel like I have to at least one day. At least one day. That's usually what we do anyway. Just one day, because that shit gets hot, man. Look, y'all don't realize that shit gets hot. Like I feel for cosplayers. That shit gets hot.
I did it 3 days of the time that I was at MegaCon.
Yeah, that shit gets hot, man.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible.
All right, you ready to move on to Ubi?
Yes, let's move on to Ubi. You can talk about that first thing.
Okay.
You have more love for it than I do.
Okay, sure, happily. So Watch Dogs Legion was announced and shown. It leaked last week. They shown the game. They shown some gameplay of it. Clint Hawking is the creative director on this, and I love Clint Hawking because he made Far Cry 2. He was Far Cry 2 and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which is arguably the best Splinter Cell to ever touch game. I love Chaos Theory. So it was
Conviction was really good.
Conviction was good. I really
It really wasn't the same though.
Yeah, I mean it was good. I agree. It's just Chaos Theory is that's what I love. Double Agent was good too. It was all right. It wasn't bad. The first Splinter Cell was actually it's still hard to play. I try and go back and play it. It's hard.
Everything alerted like people around you. Like it was impossible.
Yeah. So this got leaked by Amazon UK. The game is set in the UK. And it will not have just one single protagonist. You will play as any NPC, and any NPC is also recruitable. Each character will have their own unique perks, and when they die, they're gone. It's permadeath. What I really liked is, and it's the first thing I'm going to do in the game, they showed a trailer of this little old lady, this little 70-year-old lady that's a hacker, old retired assassin. I am going to get me a group of the Golden Girls, and I'm going to name each one of them, and it's gonna be lovely. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have 5 old women just killing bitches. I'm so excited about it. So I'm really fucking happy to play this game. You were let down by the first 2. I was not. I loved Watch Dogs 1. I loved Watch Dogs 2. It did get repetitive at times, but I loved the game. I just love it. I mean, especially because this one, I don't ever think I'm going to be able to ever get over to London. And Ubisoft does a very, very, very good job of their worlds and building them and how they look just like it. Like San Fran looked just like San Fran in Watch Dogs 2. So I really want to do this, mainly so I can just travel London.
I'll give it to them for that because I'm really excited to see, be able to walk around modern London because that's really cool. They've got all the points, so that'll be really neat. Yeah,
so I'm excited for it. I'm going to get it. I'm not going to get it. I'm probably going to play it on the Uplay Plus, which we will talk about in a little while. Rainbow Six Quarantine was announced.
Oh, dude, that looks good.
I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that because it's about time. I mean,
I didn't see any gameplay, but just that trailer.
There is no gameplay.
Was exciting.
It's still in the beginning stages. But I mean, it was announced, and it's going to be a totally different game than Siege. They said it was going to be a 3-person PVE, and it will launch in 2020. But I really want to see it do well because not all of us are good at Rainbow Six Siege. Like multiplayer is fucking, some of it's hard because them bitches have been playing for so long now.
It's very hard.
So I'm really excited about that. Gods and Monsters was revealed from the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I think that was Montreal. I think it was Ubisoft Montreal, maybe, or Quebec. It was Montreal or
Quebec.
Montreal or Quebec.
Well, Montreal does. Never mind. Just we'll wait till we get to that. But
I think this was Montreal or Quebec. One of them two. But anyway, this was coming from AC Odyssey. It's releasing in February 2020. It looked like a Breath of the Wild take on Assassin's Creed. I'm excited for it. I think it looks good. The only problem I have with it is there enough development time in that because they just released AC Odyssey last year. So is this enough development time? A year and a half by the time this releases. A year and a half, 2 years of development time for a brand new IP. So I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know how it's going to go. I was excited to see that it had a Breath of the Wild take on it though. Go ahead.
I didn't put a lot into that one, but
okay. I thought you were going to say something.
It's okay. No, I was starting to lead into Ghost Recon.
Oh, okay.
That's my FPS title.
Throughout
history, that's my favorite.
Well,
Ubisoft Montreal is the one that does them.
Now it's third person, but yes.
Yeah, I mean Graw.
Graw was third person.
It was, but Graw was like more of a dedicated FPS, whereas these are more open world.
I just love Ghost Recon.
Yeah. Yes. But John Barenthal's taking over right now. He's the next big thing.
He's like Keanu Reeves. He's like Keanu fucking Reeves. I mean,
he's becoming like Keanu Reeves.
And it wasn't even him that everybody loved. It was his dog. He brought Bam Bam out on stage, and the dog was so. I think what he was trying to do, and I love what he was trying to do because everybody fucking hates pit bulls, and he has a blue-nosed pit that he brought out, and this dog was so good. Did everything that he wanted. Did everything he told him. Laid down, and that dog stayed there the whole time, and that was awesome. That was cool to see because I guess is that thing going around that he doesn't go anywhere without one of his dogs. Like he takes a dog everywhere he goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess that's like a thing.
Well, he's some Georgia ass rednecks.
Well, yeah. Sure. I mean, shit, I wouldn't be, but he's gonna play villain Cole D. Walker.
He's a good villain.
Yeah,
that guy is a villain, and he's
a villain. He better not ever play a hero in anything because he's just a fucking. There's some people that are fucking really good villains, and that's just who he is as a person.
And he really sealed that deal in The Walking Dead.
He did.
So.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna have an update where you'll play with AI squad mates if you want to play solo, which I figured that was gonna be in there. You know, I didn't think that was gonna be a thing they took out. I mean, that's how I played Wildlands. I didn't play Wildlands with anybody. I mean, I did every now and again, but I played mainly by myself. Played mainly solo because I like playing solo.
What in Ubisoft did? What did they do? A TV show? Is that what it was? Is Ubisoft that did that?
Yeah, they did the
that
from
dev
the people
company or whatever.
No, it's people that make Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That guy.
Yeah. but it's based on like a game dev company.
Yeah,
or
let
whatever.
me fact check this.
This is E3. This is a video game conference, not a television show. I was kind of like, I get it. I understand how you're linking it together, but this wasn't the platform for you to announce this, in my opinion. I'm sure it's gonna be funny, but fuck it, who cares?
I can't think about what is the fucking dude's name? That it's the I'm probably gonna watch it, but it's on Apple TV Plus, which is really weird that they exclusively showed it on Apple TV Plus. I mean, it looked funny, but I also don't know if this was the place to show this.
I mean, that's my whole point. Like, this wasn't the place for it.
It's Rob. Is it Rob McClaney? I think it's Rob.
Yeah,
McClaney.
that's something I can't remember.
But I mean,
got a very funny face.
It was funny. I mean, it looked funny. It showed him being a creative director that was just super weird, because usually creative directors of video games are just super weird and out there. And so I mean, it looked funny. It's just I don't know if this was the place to do this. But I may try and look it up, try and get on Fire Stick or something. There was a leaked roller derby game called Roller Champions that was revealed. It's going to be team-based PvP roller derby. It's exactly as it sounds. They dropped a demo out for a couple days. I got it. I played it. It was okay. It actually played very well. It was hard as shit. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Before the show announced, they did not announce it in the show, but before the show, they announced creator mode for AC Odyssey and discovery mode. So you can discovery modes. They're bringing that thing back from Assassin's Creed Origins, where you'll be able to explore all of Greece. They did that in Egypt, where you can just go all through Egypt so you can see everything without having to worry about people fighting you and shit. Creator mode is going to be so basically you can make your own quest lines for AC Odyssey, which is, we don't need more goddamn gameplay in this goddamn 180-hour RPG.
I know this is jumping around, but we're ADHD gamers. But Nintendo Direct had a creator mode about a certain game. It was almost a creator mode. It wasn't. It was build your own dungeon type deal, and I was excited about that.
Me too. We'll talk about that in a little bit, because I'm really happy to see that.
That gave the game a little new life, in my opinion.
That did.
Talking about Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Tom Clancy's Elite Squad. This pissed me off, and I'll explain to you.
So stupid.
I'll explain to you why it pissed me off. So it's gonna be a mobile game, and it'll be a mashup of a bunch of franchises and characters. Sam Fisher will be in it. It just pissed me off. This was the only thing about Sam Fisher we got in this whole goddamn
You notice how they
conference.
made that comment in the middle when they introduced him, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but he's gonna play with other people now.
Yeah.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
Like
that. If there was one,
just because you qualify that doesn't mean that it makes it okay.
if there was one thing that pissed me off about this, it was that. Like, it's like this. Like, there was leaks out about Splinter Cell. You want to steal the show? Let those night vision goggles come up and then just go away, and that's all you do.
Oh yeah.
Splinter Cell, whatever, in development. Steal the show. That's it.
This is a mobile thing that people, they're not going to put a lot of effort into it. But if a new Splinter Cell came out, you better fucking believe.
I don't know. They may put a lot of effort in this, because people do love Tom Clancy games, and for some reason people love a shitload of mobile games. I'm not one of them, but I may try this and just see what it is. Now, am I going to put a shitload of effort into it? No. But I mean,
it's like that Marvel Alliances or whatever. One game. Like, I'm not playing that motherfucker.
No, I'm not playing that either.
Easy gaming.
So you got Rainbow Six Siege has year 4 coming out, called Phantom Sight. Did you see the operator they got coming out with his porn stash and his glasses? He looks like Walter White with a porn stash, and he's got a silenced pistol. It looks super cool.
It looks like he's gonna time travel the '80s and go fuck my girlfriend.
Looks like he's gonna fuck a bitch up. What he looks like.
I got a masked summer sausage hanging between my legs.
So another thing that they announced that I'm really happy about, and I was happy. I didn't know how I felt about it until they announced it and until they put new information on it, was Uplay Plus. It's gonna be it's gonna be $15 a month. I'm happy about it because because this means that I can get Uplay Plus for a month and play a game I want, because they're releasing brand new games. Breakpoint, Watch Dogs Legions. I don't have to buy them. I can get Uplay Plus for a month and play the game. And that's what and then if I want to cancel it at the end, I can cancel it at the end. That's what they straight up said that during the conference, and I love that. It's a wonderful thing to do. I feel like because Origins does that whole aspect where it's $15 for or is it $5 or $10 for the lower one, and then it's like $15 or $20 for the higher, and you can play all their new games too. But I love this.
I'm just not okay with it.
Why not?
And it's not that in general. My problem is that we've got all these little sites coming up, and the whole market is being super saturated by these major industry leaders. And they're like, oh yeah, well we got this and we got this, and then they don't have any like games that cross. So we're just sitting here like, oh well, I gotta buy Ubi's streaming service. I want to play these games, and I gotta buy Microsoft for these games. And eventually, it's gonna whittle down until like there's only gonna be like 3 or 4 major services like the consoles are. But man, like
the bad part about it is
it's super saturated. It's over the top.
I do agree there's too many streaming services, but I don't think it's going to be whittling down anytime soon because I see a lot of people talking about how they're the first people to do this. They're the first people to give new games besides,
right.
I'm sorry, they're not the first because Microsoft does it with Game Pass, but they do it. They give brand new games to you with your $15 a month. And I love that because I can pay $15 and beat Watch Dogs Legion in a week and cancel my service and not have to worry about it.
True.
Now I just pay.
You're right.
Now I just paid $15 for a game instead of spending $60 on it. But the bad part about it is I don't get to keep my game. That's the only thing that sucks about that. And we all know how the digital age goes. If somebody just decides to cut the internet off, then we're fucking done.
Yeah.
That's what sucks.
I'm not saying it's going to happen soon, but this is what's going to happen. These smaller companies are going to start merging with the bigger ones.
I can see that.
And say, oh, well, you know what? Why don't we? It's so much easier just to have you do it. And then we let you put our games out there and we get a cut. So little by little, it's going to be so saturated that they're going to have to do that. And then it's going to move on from there where we only get 3 or 4 streaming services and they've all partnered. Look at like VRV and some of the other ones,
I can see
as far as internet streaming services.
I can see that.
Movies.
So
anyway, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. No, you're fine. No, they're fine. That's what it's here for. So we'll move on to Square Enix. This was a big one for me. A super big one for me. Probably the biggest one of the weekend for me. I'm gonna keep saying for me because it just sounds good because this is because
they did it for me.
Because this is fucking for me. I bought my PS4 in 2015 for me, for this reason, for me.
The millions of other gamers don't matter.
No, fuck them.
Fucking Mike.
Oh, fuck them people. No, fuck them people. I'm the only one that bought a PS4 for this reason.
Wow.
So they started the show with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm so excited about it. It'll be on 2 different Blu-ray discs. I'm still randomly weird about how they're fucking releasing this game because they're only releasing the first part of it, and the first part of it's going to be Midgar, which I'm really hoping they do it to where you can travel around Midgar, which, don't get me wrong, in the gameplay, the Midgar looked amazing. I'm super excited with how they did it. Battle looked amazing. We got to see some gameplay and some combat from Cloud and Barrett. There will be 3 editions at launch, Standard, Deluxe, and the First Class, and the pre-orders are live now. The First Class edition has a fucking Cloud on a motorcycle. But
oh, that's cool. I want it.
Oh, it's like this fucking big too. The bitch is big, and it's like that big and like that fucking tall. It's super massive, but it's like $350. It's something I don't want to pay for.
Collector's editions are getting a lot better.
They are. I agree.
And one of these days, I'm gonna have a chocobo in my front yard. Whatever.
Oh, I will pay you $10,000 for a chocobo. Just give me a goddamn chocobo.
Yeah, but your ass could ride it, but my fat ass jumping on it would crush its back.
Bro, They let Barrett ride a chocobo. You could ride a goddamn chocobo. That gun weighs more than you do. That bitch is big. And I like how they did this where you can switch between Barrett and Cloud in combat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm really excited about that. And I like how
everything looks beautiful, and the voice acting on it is actually pretty jam up in my opinion.
It doesn't look bad. And it doesn't sound bad because usually JRPGs have horrible voice acting.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. I'm very bitch ass fucking game. I love it, but I love it, but I fucking hate the voice acting in it. But I'm very excited about it. I can't even talk about it enough, man. I'm telling you, I'm just glad that it's getting done. March 2020, people. March 2020.
I'll be playing my ass off with it.
Yeah, while you're at it, buy me it for my birthday because it's around my birthday.
I just looked at your notes for the next game we're about to talk about. You said about damn time.
I did.
And that's how I feel so much about this game.
I mean, that's how I feel about both of these titles. It's about fucking time. Like, Final Fantasy VIII was remastered. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is going to be releasing. It's going to be coming sometime in 2019 for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch and PC. They did not say what, but this is a big title, and the reason this is a bigger release than people realize. It's a fan favorite. The reason it is, and it's not my favorite, but it is a top 3 to me, and it's the reason this is such a big release is because this source code for this game was supposedly lost on a bunch of computers that nobody could find, and which I'm starting to believe was possibly a lie. It just maybe just
we don't want to remake this game.
Well, maybe just they didn't believe that a lot of people actually wanted this, so they didn't do it. But I mean that was just a rumor going around that the code was lost because they always made 7, they always made 9, and then they made 10, 10-2. They made all
skip over
and they skipped over 8. They skip over 8, so everybody thought it was lost. So, but
the way you feel about 7 is the way I feel about 8.
So this is a big,
my favorite Final Fantasy game.
This is a big drop right here, and I'm happy for all the people that want to play it, and I'm ready to play it again too. Dying Light 2, they showed a new trailer. It'll be releasing sometime in spring 2020. My brother is super happy about this. I played the first one. I beat the first one. I loved it. I love the story. Super excited about it. Ooh, I need some more light in here. Jesus.
I didn't get down with Dying Light as much as you have, but I did like the trailer for this. I think it looks, pretty interesting.
I think it looked great, and I'm because you're infected now, so I'm because if I remember right, that's how the story ended, and I'm really happy about it. We'll see how it goes. Outriders gonna be a new IP from People Can Fly. We didn't see much on it. People Can Fly made Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment. Gears of War Judgment, not the best game in the world.
Neither was Bulletstorm.
Man, Bulletstorm was fun. I enjoyed the shit out of Bulletstorm.
For like 5 minutes.
I beat that whole fucking game twice and enjoyed the shit out of it.
Okay.
People Can Fly ain't bad. It's gonna be an action shooter. It's gonna be co-op. They showed a bunch of monsters, and it's gonna be very Mad Max like. Sometime in 2020 it's gonna be released PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We should get more details in the winter from what they were saying. Yeah. Moving on, The Last Remnant Remastered. I can already tell you don't know what the hell this is. This was a Xbox 360 JRPG, which I loved the living shit out of. I was very happy that they announced it the same night as to come into Switch the same night as the conference, and they said right now it's available. It's $19.99 on the eShop. That's US, and it's lovely, people. You should definitely go check it out if you didn't. One I don't really know too much about, don't care too much for, the Dragon Quest series. Dragon Quest Builders 2. They showed you, if you care about it, we'll tell you a little bit about it. They showed a new trailer with crafting and companions. It'll be releasing on PS4 July 12th and a demo to PSN on June 27th. Dragon Quest XI has a long-ass name and releases this fall. It's called Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, Definitive Edition S. It's a long-ass goddamn name, but that's very Square Enix-like. That's what they do. They name their games very long.
Yeah, they do. Ridiculous. At some points.
Yes, they do. I agree with you. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition coming to PS4, Switch, iOS, Android, and it will have online multiplayer. There's some nostalgia for this. I mean, some people really enjoy this game. I believe this was a Wii game, if I remember right. A lot of people love this game. I'm not massively big on it.
I wasn't big on it.
No, I'm not.
Crystal Chronicles is okay.
Yeah.
Like, I played half of it and was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not too big on it. Oninaki is going to be a new IP from Tokyo RPG Factory. It'll be launching on August 22nd, 2019. We got some gameplay of it. It looked pretty good. It's an RPG, obviously. I mean, coming from Tokyo RPG. But they make some really good games, so make sure to check that one out if you're big into those. Square Enix Collective, which is their indie program. They showed off Circuit Superstars, which is like a top-down racer. And then also support for Battalion 1944, which is a World War II shooter that, Jonathan, we should look at.
Yeah.
This is one that we should look at getting and playing. It's an online multiplayer shooter. It's an indie game, but it's actually looks really good. I looked at screenshots and watched some gameplay of it. One that I know a lot of people will be happy with is Kingdom Hearts' new DLC that they announced at their Kingdom Hearts. Well, they were supposed to announce at their Kingdom Hearts. Was it Symphony? Their Symphony that they played their Kingdom Hearts stuff at. It's called Remind. A bunch of combat was shown and had no audio, just subtitles. What the fuck? Y'all do this all the fucking time. Like the first time they showed Kingdom Hearts, they had no goddamn audio. Like I feel like somebody's back there and then they go to him like, "Hey Ben, listen, come here, Ben. Let me talk to you. Ben, last time you didn't put any audio. This time, man, we need to put the audio." And then it comes up and there's no audio. God damn it, Ben. You have one job. One job, Ben. Put the goddamn audio in it.
Dude,
it's really
they've been doing this since we were, little and forever. It's just Japan. Yeah, that's the way they operate. They don't give a fuck about Americans until they make the money off of them.
Yep, I agree. They showed a bunch more shit for Final Fantasy 14, which is online. Next expansion will be out. It'll be shown. It'll be shown to have more features. Releasing on July 2nd for you guys. But probably the biggest thing of this whole conference, right here, was Marvel Avengers. We wanted.
You think that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like that's not it.
Maybe not for you. This is.
It's definitely not for me.
This is this has been in the industry. This has been the biggest thing because it's been 3 years since they announced this. Like this has been the biggest thing that was supposed to come out. I remember when they announced this, they teased it, and it was like, well, what the fuck are y'all doing? And then a year later, they teased it again, and a year later, they teased it again, and now here we are. Now we got a little bit, and we still didn't get a lot. They ended the conference with this, which everyone honestly has been waiting on. Obviously, not Jonathan. They showed a cinematic feature trailer with Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Black Widow, which is your normal, but no Hawkeye, which surprised me because Hawkeye is a normal Avenger, and he's not in the game. But they did say they will be adding him into the game because it's just kind of funny they don't put him in the game. Showing some kind of cinematic type of gameplay. Wasn't really sure how they did that. You will play as those 5 characters with more being added later. They did show a Hank Pym character for later, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm guessing you'll be getting more. Jeff Shine will be playing Captain America. Nolan North will be playing Tony Stark. Troy Baker will be playing Bruce Banner. Travis Willingham playing Thor, and Laura Bailey playing Black Widow. That is a massive all-star cast for this game. I'm not sure how I can take Nolan North playing Tony Stark. I don't know yet. I want to hear it because I'm so used to hearing Robert Downey in my ear. I want to see how it goes. Beta's coming to PS4. If you pre-order, you will get guaranteed access. We'll be able to play online with groups of 4 people. They made a partnership with PlayStation, so PS players will get some kind of unique benefits that they did not announce. They also announced there will be no loot boxes and no pay-to-win mechanics, and it's very sad that we have to announce that to people nowadays.
Like it's a prize that we just won.
Right.
Like we just won this prize. Well, guess what, guys? No loot boxes.
No loot boxes. We did it for you guys.
Fuck off.
We did it for the gamers. There will be new.
That's what we make games for.
Yeah,
gamers.
The new characters will be added for free, so you will get those for free, which is cool. It'll be coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. And PS4, like I said, PS4 will get some kind of unique benefits. I'm gonna guess it's probably something like Destiny. Destiny got those unique guns that we didn't get for the Xbox. Release date was confirmed for May 15th, 2020. And so far, the internet has done nothing but troll this. The way the Avengers look has been the main thing they've trolled, which I didn't have an issue. I am a huge comic book lover, if y'all know me so far. And I had no issue with it because you have to go outside of your mind of, I know what a lot of people's problem is. They look at it and they're like, oh, this is not how they looked in the movie. They're not supposed to look like they liked in the movie. This is Crystal Dynamics' take on, which is who's making this game, by the way, which is the same people that made Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which was an amazing game. This is
their take on this game, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with how they look. I'm fine with how they sound. I will give it a play and I will give it a try. The only thing I'm hoping it's not a Destiny type game. I'm really hoping it's not pure online. What they said was it's going to be you choosing, like if me and you were playing together, Jonathan, you decided to play as Tony Stark, and you decided to play as Iron Man, I decided to play as Captain America. I could level up Captain America, you could level up Iron Man. The next time we go into a match, you decide to play as Iron Man, I decide to play as Captain America. I can level up, so and so on and so forth. So far, that's how they said this was supposed to go. So we shall see how this works out, and we'll see. I'm happy for it. I don't know what I'm going to pick it up on yet. I game share with somebody, so I'm sure they will pick it up.
I'd have to try it out before I buy it. I'm not going to buy it without trying it out.
I'm sure they'll have a demo. Or they'll have some kind of beta. Like I said, the beta comes out on the PS4. Oh, are we? Oh,
super insane into the movies. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy them, but
just not massively big into them.
Yeah, I'm not like sitting there following the fan
well,
stuff.
I mean, I love the movies. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes down to it, I was always bigger into
the comics
than that. Yeah.
I understand more of the comic history, and so I think that diminishes the Marvel Cinematic Universe for me.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, you want to move on to Nintendo Direct, which came out on Tuesday.
Nintendo Direct, dude, that thing was good.
It was good.
It was good.
I'm telling you, I think Nintendo stole the show for me. I mean, I don't want to say stole the show, but I want to say, especially the end, stole the show. But they had the best little conference they've put out in a while. They announced two.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
last several years sucked.
I mean, it just wasn't. It was very underwhelming. Yeah, 2 new Smash Ultimate Fighters shown for summer 2019. The Dragon Quest Hero, which you can change your costumes into different characters, and
those are the lineage, like all the different characters 1 through 11, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or it's like 1 through. I think it's like 4 different ones though. Yeah. That's what they shown.
No, I think I saw like 5, didn't I?
4 or 5, something like that. Something like that.
I can't remember.
And then something I'm really happy about, because this means that something else is coming later. Banjo fucking Kazooie.
It has to.
But I don't think it's a new game. I think they're just going to port the new Banjo-Kazooie games. I think they're just going to port the old... But here's the thing. Even if they just port the old Banjo-Kazooie games, it's a start, which means they're willing to do more, which is good. It's a good thing for us.
It may be a water testing type situation.
Exactly.
Like, all right, well, if people buy a
who's going to buy this?
We'll create a new game.
You know, who's going to buy... Are enough people going to buy this to make us make a new game? You know?
I mean, Banjo-Kazooie made a lot of my Nintendo 64 life. Like,
I agree.
I was on the internet all the time looking like, all right, I'm going to find out how to do, because I can't find this last puzzle piece. Hold on a minute. Yes, it's right there. All right.
Those puzzle pieces were awesome.
Had a good time.
God, I love
it. Dude, everything about that game was so interactive. I loved it.
I love the fact of it. Dragon Quest 11, which we talked about earlier, will be releasing for Switch on September 27th of 19 for those of you that love it. I'm going to go into some of these other ones before we go into the big ones.
Okay.
Try
that one you have listed next looks awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get us to talk about the last couple of big things at the end. Trials of Mana is getting a full remake in 3D graphics. Not real big into that, but some people are. This one right here, we'll wait till the end. Fire Emblem 3 Houses got a new trailer. It'll release on July 26, 2019.
It didn't look bad, actually.
No.
It looked interesting. I like the storyline idea.
I like Fire Emblem games. They're pretty fun. I have Fire Emblem Warriors here, which people say is the worst one. It's basically Hyrule Warriors, but with Fire Emblem characters.
If you didn't see the trailer for Fire Emblem, some of you out there, basically it looked like
Harry Potter.
Like, guys that grew up together in like a school, and then they seem to be warring with each other. They have like, oh, we're going to do a class reunion in 5 years, and in 5 years they have their armies.
It looked like Harry Potter. Right? I mean, it looked like the different houses. So? It looked like the different houses.
Yeah,
the different house
aspect.
Kind of
like that.
You know, that's what I meant by that.
They just have factions of those characters.
2 more Resident Evil games were announced for being ported to Switch. Resident Evil 5, which is one of my favorites, which people hate, and Resident Evil 6, which no one asked for.
They have one listed on there. It's going to come too. All of them are going to come.
Yeah, well, eventually
they have 0, 1, 2, 3, all of them.
All of them. 0 and 1 are already there.
They are
0 and 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
0 and 1 are already there, and then 4 and it's just 4, and now 5 and 6 are there. So they got to release.
I thought they just did 0.
No, they got to bring the rest. I need them to bring Dino Crisis to the fucking Switch. That's exactly what I need. I love Dino Crisis.
Mhm.
But nobody asked for Rainbow Six, or I'm sorry, not Rainbow Six. Nobody asked for Resident Evil 6. Just letting you guys know.
Well, they just did it anyway.
Yeah, they did anyway. Fall 2019 for that, guys. No More Heroes 3 announced it launching in 2020. That's
That
actually
looks like it's fun.
yeah. I mean, the originals on the Wii were fun. Travis Touchdown's back for that, guys. Daemon X Machina, which releases on September 13th of 2019. I played this beta a while back and sent my information in about it, about how I felt on it. It played very rough. But now I'm hoping they do a lot more with it. It's supposed to play pretty well. Did you see that controller that I put on our Facebook page that they announced for it? You need to go look. It's too big. It's two massively big Joy-Cons that are like a new comfortable grip for that Hori's making. Yeah, it looks banging. But it's like one of the things where that can't play wireless. It has to be hooked to the Switch or it can't play. But it looks so good.
Oh yeah, this big ass thing.
That big ass thing.
That looks so cool.
Yes, it does. Then we got a Panzer Dragoon remake. It's a remake of the OG for Sega Saturn
Sega
'95.
CD.
Coming in the winter. That should be a fun take, especially if you like, and especially because it's going to be an HD remake.
I really enjoyed that game back in the day.
A game that looked totally horrible, and I don't understand why they put this on here, was Contra Rogue Corps. You need to look at this trailer. This trailer looked horrible. It's a third-person behind-the-shoulder take on Contra, and they also have a couple top-down moments, and from the side as well. It'll be solo and online co-op. Like I said, it just looked horrible. You need to check it out.
Yeah.
I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to lead into this next thing with the Contra Anniversary Collection, which you get 10 games on it.
Which is good.
Which is good. I mean, the Contra series was a really good, fun series to play.
And they even got the Game Boy games with it too.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. And they got, I mean, they even have the arcade versions in there.
Yeah.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo. I love these games. I love them.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, I love them.
I saw that. I was like, this is so fucking stupid.
I love them. I love them. Every time they come out, because me and the kids can play them, or me and my brother grew up playing playing the first one that came out, and I just love the mashups of Mario and Sonic. You'll get to play some new things in this. Since 2020 games are in Tokyo, I don't know if they're gonna have these in Tokyo, but you'll be able to play them in here. Surfing, skateboarding, boxing, horse racing, soccer, baseball, basketball, volleyball, and BMX, and a lot more. But those are just the new ones. It'll be out in the winter and will be exclusive to Switch.
Speaking of the Olympics, did you hear of like a petition out there to make esports a part of the Olympics?
No, but it should, because of how big it is in the world. I mean,
I get that, but I still like that's not enough. Like, this is more of a physical sport type deal. I'd see chess before I see fucking videos.
I mean, I could see an esport for one single game. Like, you can't. I don't feel like it should be a bunch of games. Like, I feel like
impossible.
Yeah, the only esport you could put in there that's worldwide that's like that is like Dota. Dota's the only kind of massive, or Overwatch.
I was gonna say
Overwatch,
like CS.
Overwatch or CS. Yeah, CS will be fine. Spyro Reignited Trilogy will be brought to the Switch. It's about time for this. I mean, they had the Crash trilogy over there for so long. September 3rd, 2019 release for that. You'll get the first 3 games: Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon, which is Spyro 3. I remember playing those games when I was a kid. Those were a blast.
Oh yeah.
Cadence of Hyrule, which is a Crypt of the Necrodancer game. It's from that developer. This is out now.
It's really weird.
Well, you're playing to the beat of what the original Crypt of the Necrodancer is. You can actually buy Crypt right now, Crypt of the Necrodancer for $4 on the eShop. It's a blast. You're playing to the beat of the game, and they show it to you. It's a blast. But this
Not that it doesn't look fun, but it actually looks really good.
I think it's really expensive.
It's weird.
I think it's expensive. I think it's $25 for the game. And
is it 25?
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. It's a roguelike, and you will have 25 remix tracks, classic tracks from the Zelda series, which I think is really cool that they do that. I think it's really cool that Nintendo lent out their IP for an indie
and I don't think they've done in a long time, or
an indie developer to cross over into, because Cadence of Hyrule is like I said, and she's in this game too. And you can play as Zelda or Link in this. Alien Isolation coming to Switch sometime in 2019.
You know me, I love Alien.
I started playing it.
I'm excited about this.
I started playing it. Yeah, I started playing a little bit of it. Kirsten was watching me. It's
scary
fun.
as balls.
It's scary as
It's
balls,
fun.
but it's fun. I was enjoying it.
There's so many times I was hiding under a gurney waiting for this fucking alien to leave
And
just for like 20, 30
Yep.
minutes. Like, just do it.
Are
just
you
do
gone?
it. No, I'm too scared.
Are you gone? Are you gone yet? Animal Crossing New Horizons delayed until March 20th, 2020. We got a first look on it. I am not as big on the Animal Crossing take as a lot of people in the world, but a lot of people do love Animal Crossing, and that's good that they're getting a new game, especially because they're not happy with the other ones they've gotten. I think it'll be good, and I think it's something my kids probably would enjoy. We talked about Witcher 3 Wild Hunt coming to Switch in 2019. It'll be the complete edition, and it'll be like I said, they were releasing it in 540p, so you'll be able to play it on the Switch. And I was wondering how they were going to release this on the Switch, because Breath of the Wild even barely played at 30 for, at multiple times. So I don't know how they were going to do this. I thought this was going to give us more reason to get that more powerful Switch in. Yeah. But I was glad they told us. Pokemon Sword and Shield. They didn't really show any gameplay, but they had gameplay at E3. But it will work with Pokeball Plus. You can take your Pokemon with you on walks like normal, and something good may happen if you bring your Pokemon back with you, from what they were saying.
Like normal, like that's a normal thing to do.
I like normal. But you won't be able to use the Pokeball Plus as a controller if you have it. So that kind of sucks, because that thing was expensive. So
one thing I was disappointed in this conference is that I've been wanting to see a new Harvest Moon, of the quality of the SNES that we had back in the day.
I don't think you're going to get it. I think the next game you're going to get out of that is Story of Seasons, which Story of Seasons was the original Harvest Moon. It just had a different name, and it turned into Harvest Moon. I think the next thing you're going to get is a Story of Seasons, because there was a Story of Seasons rumor out that it was being made. Now we can go into some big things. First, we'll start with Luigi's Mansion 3.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it does. It looks really fun. It will release in 2019. They showed some new gameplay like Slam, just what it sounds like. Suction Shot, you can destroy items with the plunger that you have. And Burst, which is a group attack. You got a brand new vacuum called the Poltergust G00, and you can fire plungers. Use jet propulsion, which will help you use the strobe. I don't think they showed a lot of that, but they did show some fun stuff. It definitely has a bunch of different stuff than Luigi's Mansion did. And Luigi's Mansion, was it Dark Moon? I think it was the second one. I don't know. It's on 3DS. The new big thing is Gooigi, which is it's the new thing in the game, which is a summon of a flubber like Luigi.
Flubber. Good choice of words.
You're welcome. That can go through bars and walk over spikes, and a friend can actually control Gooigi if you have your when you start playing co-op, which I thought was pretty cool.
This sounds good to me, because I like the co-op idea in this game.
I agree, because
it sounds like it could be lots of fun.
I feel like it needs it. Like it needs that extra oomph, should I say?
More than it needs it, it just feels like a right fit.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
It feels like a right fit.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be fun to play. Link's Awakening remake. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is getting a remake. We all knew of this already. This is a perfect place for you to play it if you have not played the original. Because it's being redone, because it'll have all new colors. You're getting a new dungeon creator. You can earn the chambers in adventure mode and then put them in the dungeon creator, which I love to see. It'll be out on September 20, 2019. From what people were saying when they played it, it's having frame rate issues. So I'm hoping they fix that. But they have time.
No, they got plenty of time. And just to be able to mix and match, this is going to take a lot of time to do.
This will be a fun way to play the first time to play this game. I didn't play it on Game Boy.
You didn't?
No, I did not.
No.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it now. This will be.
It's based off DX, I think, more than the other Link's Awakening.
The other one. Okay.
So it's the Windfish and all the other bullshit, which I played hours upon hours on my Game Boy on, but hiding from my mom,
trying to get under the under the covers,
under the pillow and stuff. Like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping, Mom. Yeah.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. This one I'm super excited for. It comes out 3 days after my daughter is born. It's gonna be. It's me.
I have a lot of,
Oh, me and her are gonna be chilling. It's gonna be a blast. We got to see a bunch of characters that will be in the game. I had to write these down. Some of them including Hela, Surtur, Magneto, Miles Morales, Doc Ock, Ghost Rider, Elektra, Kamala Khan, which is Miss Marvel, Gwen Stacy, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Guardians of the Galaxy, and the Avengers. Thanos will be the villain, and he will have his OG suit from the comics, which I love that they did that. There will also be a $20 expansion pass that will add playable characters later on from the Marvel Knights, which is Black Panther, Punisher, Daredevil, and Inhumans. And then you also get X-Men and Fantastic Four later on too. So I'm really excited for this. I love the Ultimate Alliance series 1 and 2. I think 3. I think Switch is a perfect place to put that game, because that's the perfect type.
I like when that they added the X-Men, and that they could use they use the original animation from the cartoons that we used to use instead of like modern day X-Men, stuff like that.
That's awesome. I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. And I think you can actually play co-op. I like that they added.
Cool.
I like that they added the co-op for that. So the last thing that we get to discuss today is probably the best thing of this whole conference.
You said that like 12 times.
I know, but no, I mean, like,
this was a good year.
Out of all the conferences, this is probably the best thing that they could have done.
Yeah.
And how it stayed secret this long, I don't know.
I mean, we knew it was going to come.
Just didn't know when. Didn't know when.
Yeah.
We're getting a Breath of the Wild sequel. It was teased showing a really dark trailer and showing that it was in development now. I don't know about you. For some reason, it looked very pre-sequel like to me. Like, it looked prequel-y to me.
You're going based on your knowledge of the game, I think, a little bit there. But, I mean, it very well could be. But I think the way they played it, because of this weird dark force, I don't think it's Ganon. I think this is going to be something that after the fact, just based on the enemy that I saw.
I could see that. The only thing that got me to where I thought that was because it looked like it was because they showed Hyrule. Because technically, they could give me the same Hyrule. Don't change anything. Just change up the story. Change up. Maybe if you let me play as Zelda a couple times instead of just Link all the time.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but like, this is the first time they've done a true sequel. To a game. Majora's Mask, I feel like, doesn't count.
I was gonna say Majora's.
Majora's Mask, I mean, technically it was the same timeline, and I think it's the same character.
If they do a Majora's Mask with this,
they don't directly say it's a sequel.
If they would do a Majora's Mask with this, but better, I'd be fine with that. Like, if they did a Majora's Mask with this, with keeping the same levels, keeping the same world, but you can do different things, I'm 100% happy. I honestly, and this is a rumor going around, and I think it's like this, I think it's gonna be co-op. I think I'll be able to play as Zelda, you'll be able to play as Link, or I'll be able to play as Link, you'll be able to play as Zelda. I think it's
that makes sense,
and it would be fun. It would be a fun thing for friends to do. But I'm hoping it can be online co-op. I'm hoping it wouldn't be.
I like how Nintendo does that, because Nintendo's always thinking about how can we get people to connect.
Agreed.
How can we get them to move together and play? And they're always doing innovative stuff, even like Pokemon Go. Look how much Pokemon Go got people outside.
Yep, and make them walk.
Meeting new people and making them fucking walk. Yep. Like, people still walk for it.
And it's making new games now. I mean, look, you got Minecraft Earth now. I mean, you got different things that people can go do with this AR stuff. They had the Jurassic Park game. Kirsten played that for a while. Jurassic Park game. What was the other one they had? They had a Harry Potter game coming out that's like that. I'm going to tell you, which that reminds me while we're sitting here talking about it. One game I'm really pissed off we didn't see anything. You remember last year?
I was about to ask you this question.
A Harry Potter
what game you didn't see? A
Harry Potter RPG that got leaked last year.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter RPG that got leaked. It's time. Like, it looked okay then. Like, you've had a year and something now to get ready for E3. Unless it was just a fan thing and nobody knew about it and it wasn't supposed to be leaked. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping we hear more about that, because I've been waiting on a Harry Potter RPG for a long time.
Yeah, it'll be really good.
So, this Breath of the Wild, I'm hoping it's a sequel. I'm hoping it's not a prequel. I'm hoping it's an actual, like, true sequel to it. If we're not fighting Ganon, that's awesome. But But yeah, man, I'm really hoping we can, because I love that game. And
yeah. It's gonna be good.
We haven't heard anything about any new hardware, which they did tell us we weren't going to hear anything about any hardware. I'm thinking that in a couple weeks we may. This happened last time after
When's PlayStation doing their thing?
It'll be in February sometime.
In February. I'm really disappointed I didn't get to see anything. I mean, I know why I didn't get to see anything, but I really wanted to see more on the new Last of Us game.
Yeah.
And
which
really sucks that I'm gonna have to wait till February possibly.
You may have to wait longer than that. It all depends. Well, it all depends. They're supposed to have these state of plays like every 3 months, so we're due up another state of play here pretty soon. Probably July, I think. So we should be getting another one, and they may have more then. So get ready. We never know.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. So everybody, that's going to do it for us on this Father's Day episode of the ADHD Gamer E3 After Show. Sorry it took us so long. Please stick with us through this transition. We're learning more and more about this stuff. It's just this stuff's a lot easier for us, as you can tell. We don't have to meet each other and try and find a day where we can both meet. It's easier for me. It's easier for Jonathan as well.
Which doesn't mean we're not going to do some in-house
Correct.
episodes,
Yeah, we're going to do,
we're still going to do that.
Especially, we'll do random ones, and especially like if we go to events, like when we start going to if we do MegaCon or Comic-Con or E3 next year, you'll definitely get them. Like hotel room, because that audio quality is going to be super shitty in that hotel room, but you're going to get it. So, I mean, got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's better than what it has been. So,
you're right. You are very correct, sir.
So we'll get this video up in a couple days, guys, and make sure you share us if you can. Let your friends know, let your people know if they have a love for gaming like you do and like we do. Let us know, and we'll keep you guys updated on the news. Right now, we're still trying to do bi-weekly podcasts, but we will. Like I said,
it's very tough time.
Yeah.
We're all very busy at the moment.
Yes,
but like most of you are, summer,
yes.
you know.
So, and eventually this will switch into a weekly podcast where we can tell you weekly stuff.
Get a Patreon where you can give us money.
Yeah, if you give us money, I might show you my feet. So, I mean, you can get.
I'm gonna show you my left testicle.
You can get my Snapchat for $10 a month. So, all right, guys. Awesome. Thank you very much. We enjoyed it. Like, share, follow us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us ADHD Gamer. Same picture as always, like we do on Facebook. Please like and follow us on there as well. And we'll be posting new news on there about when we put new podcast services up. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good day.
Hey, buddy, it was good talking to you.
It was wonderful talking to you as well, sir.
And it was good talking to you all.
Love you.
All right.
Bye,
see
y'all
y'all later.